Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Roll Hit Die presents our Wednesday night game of TORGanized play. Currently, we're running through the Fires of Ra, and Mark is going to handle that for us. Before I hand it off to Mark, I do want to give a shout out to Roll20, as well as Hero Forge. Both of those are good products to use, and you can use them in conjunction with each other. Hero Forge allows you to make your own custom minis, and you can turn them into digital versions and use them in your Roll20 games. So if you haven't had a chance to do that, go for it. It makes the whole lot easier. Also, down below is a link for Extra Life. We're constantly trying to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network and the Children's Hospitals to help out those kids. If you haven't had a chance to click on that link, please do so. And give what you can. Help them out. Every little bit helps. We also have a link down there for the Roll Hit Die website. So Marcus Scott, our DM for our Friday night game, who's also taken up the mantle and ran us on our Sunday night game due to the scheduling issues with our other players, has been working on that diligently here as of late. So check it out and see what work he's done. Now I will go ahead and hand it off to you, Mark, so you can shoot at Yarn some more. Run us through this jungle.
Well, considering that Yarn is out today, and when you miss a meeting, you're the one that gets all the tasks to do. We're just gonna let him know that, because I'm sure he's watching. He's gonna get all the work, all the stuff. So to recap very quickly, our intrepid explorers discovered the camp of the pirates or whatnot who were had been killed and turned into headless zombies that attacked, and in the process of dealing with them, they crossed the rope bridge over to the lost city of Zambiti, where they discovered a pit that had Raymond, a hapless treasure hunter who had been wounded and thrown in the pit by Kolo, the weird science-enhanced gorilla who led the Chimpires, as we have taken to calling them. Thank you very much there, Mike. In their assault on our intrepid adventurers, and they discovered the man-eating lion in the pit that they had to deal with. And in the process of doing all of that, they discovered that the tree at the center of this was none other than a nightmare tree, which is causing the Nile Empire cosm to be blended with a mix of Aurora when the sun goes down. And then suddenly the 30 meter long giant snake Melamok attacked, and they had to deal with that. And while dealing with that, if things were not worse, things could not get worse. Sir Arthur Henry Killingsworth tries to kill off his nemesis by shooting him in the back, and managed to gloriously Crag managed to gloriously overcome his injuries in battle, which everyone was very happy about. And that leaves us at the end of that fight with Killingsworth having withdrawn from his injuries. And you have this this giant tree, the dead snake, and in front of you. What would you like to do?
Well, and an airplane up in the air or whatever in
There
the
is,
branches.
yes, there is a small engine aircraft up in the trees that initially you were going after until the snake interrupted your attempts to climb said tree.
Hey, I tried climbing that damn thing the first time. Somebody else can fly up there and look in that upside down birdhouse.
Yeah, I do think we should still check out the thing up there. Perhaps the lone rocket ranger is willing to go up there.
Oh yes, I think I'm still up in the air
Again.
technically. So yes,
And we also have a rocket boot boy, apparently.
Well, yes, but he hasn't used his rocket boots yet. I think he's slacking.
No, it's a one-time use. So I want to make sure it's really special when it comes up. Like when you go up there by yourself and start to die, then I'll come get you.
Oh, thank you, appreciate that.
I'm just letting you know that's what they're waiting for.
To the airplane.
To the airplane, okay. So Rocket's going to go up there and investigate. You manage to get up there and let's see. It is hanging upside down. One door is open from where you are hovering, or kind of dancing around a little bit. We won't worry about a roll on that. You can see there are probably 2 figures inside the plane. That door into the plane that's hanging open there are vines between you and it, and it's going to be really, really challenging to try and fly into that plane through those vines that are holding in the branch that's holding that aircraft aloft.
Gotcha. Are these figures moving?
Not that you can tell, no.
Okay, but they don't look like, or I mean, do they look like decomposed? They've been here for years.
Yes, one of them's got aviator's clothing on, and the other one seems to be in the fetal position, clutching something.
Okay. I will relay this information to everybody. Of course, I'll be yelling it, because that's the way it works.
Yep.
Hey, there's someone in here. There's something I can't quite get in there. Do we have any rope? I think we had some rope from our previous adventure we noted.
Oh yeah, rope. Rope's not a problem.
Okay, so if I can do is I can get, because someone may be able to get closer, maneuver in, tie off a rope onto the plane, and lead it, basically have a lead down, so someone else could climb up and get in.
What assurances do I have that none of those branches will move again?
Well, nothing bit me yet.
I think you have as many as assurances as we did that there wasn't a snake in the tree.
Hey,
it's hard to argue with logic like that.
So Crag will start climbing the tree once more.
All right, Crag. Well, why don't you give me a strength check? This is going to be
It might be a good idea if Crag opens up his character sheet so he can do so.
This is going to be a simple DN 10.
All right.
Don't worry, Crag. I'll cover you from down here.
Oh, don't worry about that. If I fall again, I'm making sure I land on you.
It's like, I was going to say, if for any reason gravity reverses, I got you.
There we go. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, no problem. You managed to you remember the route you were using last time before you were so rudely interrupted by a 30-meter long
mobile tree limb
python, and so yeah, you get up there to the door, and you can see it. You fit quite easily through the door off your the limb that you get up there, and there is in fact a very badly decomposed body in aviator's clothing. Let's see.
Is his glasses still intact?
He is not wearing the old school Nile Empire aviator glasses. This looks like modern day stuff. And the other one is in the back seat and is in the fetal position, clutching something.
All right. That seems important. What is it?
It looks like a leather-bound notebook.
All right. Well, I will relieve the dead corpse of the leather-bound notebook and see if there's anything else of any importance in this place.
Okay. As you move through the plane, you can hear it. Everyone else, you can hear the plane creak, and you see it shift and move. It's precariously suspended some 20 meters off the ground, but you successfully get that notebook out. You have the notebook.
All right.
Hey, that looks awfully precarious. Better be careful going back.
I take approximately 4 steps away from the vehicle, from the bottom of the tree, to make sure the dwarf doesn't know where I am when he tries to land on me.
Are you saying Crag's going to purposely try to attempt to land on top of you, Herb?
It's what he told me.
Is there anything else in the plane that can be salvaged?
Just give me a find roll.
Yeah, because I am Well, I mean, actually, I am trained in it, so that works.
You got this.
That's a
Look
12.
at that.
Yeah, there are a couple of crates of various supplies in the back that will be filled with assorted things from Core Earth. I.e., if you are looking for a specific item, we do it like a requisition attempt to see what the crates hold. Like, I really wanted this kind of thing in those crates, and we go look up that Torg number, and you give me a persuasion roll, and look at that, it happens to be in that crate. And if not, it's not in the crate.
Well, as far as Craig's concerned, he ain't worried about it, but I'm sure the rest of them would be. So I'll holler out to him. There's some stuff in here, some crates full of shit. You want me to look for anything particular? As he walks away.
He's
so
there.
I've heard of these here law rockets.
I like it.
Oh. You would think as often as Jack Preston tries to requisition law rockets, I would know what the number is for those, but I don't.
I think it's a lowly like 14.
I think 14 is correct. Nope, it's a 12.
Ooh.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
So I will make my way towards the crates and start popping lids and seeing what I
Why
find.
don't you give me a persuasion roll?
Me?
Yep.
I have to do the persuasion? You guys ain't getting shit.
Oh, you're the one up in the plane doing the looking. You know what? Which is lower, persuasion or dexterity?
Oh,
I'll bet persuasion.
persuasion.
Okay, why don't you give me a persuasion roll -2?
Oh, even better.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought you'd like this.
Oh, no. I didn't register. Like I said, even better.
Okay, so as you begin to shift things around, the dwarf is kind of, you're used to moving objects and things around. That's not a big deal, but for a brief moment, you forget you're in an airplane hanging almost upside down in a tree as you shift a crate, and as your weight shifts with the crate to move it out of the way to start looking, you hear this snap, and the plane shifts, and then you hear a snap, snap, and the plane shifts, and the plane is falling out of the tree. Why don't you go ahead and give me a dexterity roll as this plane tumbles? Rocket, I'd like to get an air vehicles roll out of you as this wing comes flipping your way. Almost, Rocket. You got any more for me? You're muted, Mike.
How's a 12 do for the dexterity?
12's fine. You're good. So as the plane starts to drop, you're like,
can I make the plane go towards no, I'm kidding.
as I'm trying to leap out, I grab the plane, put my foot on the trunk, and shove.
I will throw the law of action, or excuse me, not the law of action, but an action card out there to make it.
Okay, that's all we needed. So this wing comes whipping past your face and just misses you by a little bit, and you're like, oh. And Crag, as it tumbles and unwinds out of these vines, you see a limb, and you reach and grab the limb, and the plane basically falls away from your body as you're hanging onto this limb, and it tumbles down and crashes to the ground.
Just as it hits the ground, I'll go, look out below!
Right, and I'll follow that up with, Crag, I wanted a law rocket, not the whole plane.
Well, I figured if I just get the plane down to you, you can look for it yourself.
I guess I'll look, but
You can look if you would like to make your own persuasion roll on a DN12.
You have
That was mostly to see if Crag crashed the plane out of the tree or not, and he did.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You have actually found a law rocket.
sweet.
That is going to be 25 AP4.
Yeah, it's heavy weapons, right?
It is heavy weapons, yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you have ranks in heavy weapons?
Not yet.
Wait for it, right? All right, what are we doing?
I suppose I'm climbing the rest of the way down from the tree and taking a look at this notebook.
All righty. So flipping through the notebook, it's got a name on it that says Casey Bird. The last page seems to be written as a letter. It says, "To whomever might find this, my name is Casey Bird. I'm the sole survivor of my team.
Okay.
Our plane went down in the Congo in a reality storm. We're in some kind of abandoned city. The place looks very old and no one is here. Just the kind of place we would explore under different circumstances. But I think something inside me is broken. I'm having a hard time breathing. I have to write this down in case anyone finds us. We have important cargo on board this plane. We were on a secret mission for the Delphi Council to bring back a nightmare tree seed for study. We did one better, stealing a victim inside a pod. We fled Arosh on a boat across the Arabian Sea to Mombasa. There we used our last funds to buy this plane. Templeton was going to fly us around the Nile Empire so we could get out to our Delphi Council contact in Kinshasa. But something went wrong. A reality storm hit us out of nowhere. I think the Nile Empire just spread and caught us in the expansion. I can feel it. Our secret cargo, the Nightmare Tree seed pod, flew out of the plane when it crashed. I'm too injured to go find it. If it survived the impact, it could start growing again. Please, if you find this journal, you have to destroy the Nightmare Tree seed. Burn it, send it back to hell, and tell Quinn we tried. Casey Bird."
Well, lads, I suppose we have a tree to destroy.
I think we're in the tree.
I believe we found the seed.
I'm wondering who thought it was a good idea to ever fly one of those things around. But, clearly the dead guy.
Well, I'm sure he's not worried about it now.
You guys on the ground, go ahead and give me a find roll, please.
As the pygmies come out and start aiming for your heads.
Chimpires.
Oh, Ivan. As you're kind of stepping around the wreckage of the plane on the ground, you notice that inside the nightmare tree, the banyan's trunk-like roots nearly merge into a solid wall of wood at the ground. Insects buzz in this cool interior, and the stench of Moloch is nearly overpowering. More bones litter the narrow, contorted passageways leading up to this, and the banyan rests atop a stone building etched with fearsome images of a warrior woman slaying legions of Egyptians armed only with her bow. This must be Sakana's tomb. The location of the bow sought by the Storm Knights. Get into it isn't easy. Roots grow over part of the door, and the door's hinges themselves are encrusted by centuries of decay. Opening the door requires first destroying the roots.
I'm sensing some sort of DSR coming
Grab
up.
my ex.
You want to just light it on fire?
We want to sit here and wait for the whole tree to burn before we walk through the door and then worry about the smoke inhalation while we're in there? Or we just cut the roots away and go through?
Sure. Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
I don't have much to cut the roots, so if you want to start cutting, I can help. I mean, I got this here grenade.
I've got 2 more sticks of dynamite.
Perhaps get them ready to blow the tree up instead of burn it down.
Well, it didn't do too much. The 1 stick didn't do too much to the snake.
Well, this is a snake. This is a tree. Find a good
That's true.
spot, stick it inside it, light it, and let it blow. Maybe.
That sounds fantastic. So
I'm going to go stand over to there.
So I would like to find a place to put the dynamite in to blow away the roots.
Okay, so as
I've
you come
choose to-
down and everyone is kind of gathering around to figure this out and look at this, the vines of the roots seem to animate as if they know you're coming to kill them. And everybody's going to get a little lashing here. So I'm just gonna run left to right here. This will be Crag as the vines and start whipping out at you. Crag. Oh, how's a 19 look, Crag?
19 will be a good success.
All right. 18 points of damage as that vine lashes across your
Hey,
dwarven
shock.
armor. What's that?
This is some shock.
Erp. I miss Erp. Ivan. I miss Ivan. And Rocket. I bet I miss Rocket too.
Yep, that's correct.
Couldn't
Okay.
happen to a better dwarf.
We're not actually going to draw cards on this. What is it that every round that you're in contact with the tree, that you're in range of these vines lashing out, and they somehow know that you're here to do bad things to it. So you guys will get an action, and we'll take a round of lashing vines, and then you'll get an action, and we'll take a round of lashing vines, and we'll lather, rinse, and repeat until such time as either there are no more storm knights or there are no more lashing vines.
So, lads, blow the fucking thing up.
Okay.
It's not after even 8 o'clock yet. Jeez.
He's just excited to blow things up.
He is. He's got dynamite ready to go. He's like, oh, yeah, let's blow some stuff up. All right. F-bombs here and there.
I will thematically duct tape the 2 sticks of dynamite I have left, light them and huck them. Would you like a missile weapons?
Sure.
Why don't you just stick them, light them, then run?
Well, because they were lashing. This
Because it's not nearly as dramatic.
This
to
is
just put it on the
dramatic.
ground and
It
run
didn't
as it
hit
is to
you, you're
throw
Did
fine.
it.
Indiana Jones ever just lay dynamite sticks on the ground? No.
I don't think a 7's going to work. I'm going to give you one of these tasty Aurorian possibilities.
Oh, a Rorschach possibilities. You can to take a page out of Rod's book. You can take that back if you would like to roll corruption. Just say it. You don't have to give it up.
That is true.
See, Mark, to be fair, if you want to go straight out of Rod's back, it's, wow, that's a really pretty possibility. Would you like that back? You can have it back if you want it back. You wait until they take it to give them the penalty.
I'm going to let that one go.
Okay, well, let's hit the table.
Yeah, since we didn't have the other ones. It's just
Remember, we didn't
one.
fix his.
Oh, we didn't fix his. Okay.
Yeah. Right. I've got him marked down in my character sheet as being special. So.
Oh, all right. So 14 is our final number on the possibility.
That'll be a final number on the possibility. Yes.
Okay, so we get that in there, and what's your damage on some dynamite?
Damage is 13. I think it goes up for every stick, so I think it's a 14 base.
That's in Nile Empire. Huh. There it is. It's a Rorsch. 13. Yep. Medium blast. I'll give you a BD on that because it's not moving anywhere. It's not difficult. We'll call that a good. And go ahead and roll me a BD.
All right. Come on, big 6s. Do we have a toughness for it?
We do.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll just put in 10 and we'll see what
Okay.
happens.
Oh, look
So-
at that. It did detonate. So what is our number?
Oh,
24?
our
Yeah,
number.
24 is going to be your number.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so you've managed to blow all of the vines and roots clear of the tomb door. It doesn't. The tree is still animated, but you've got a path through, whatever the roots that are moving can reach to where you can reach the door now without taking any kind of lashing.
The door.
Well, did we still want to kill this tree? I mean, do we need to burn the tree down, or
We have to find the seed, which I'm
I believe
thinking that it's going to be inside.
believe the tree is the result from the seed. Just a guess.
Yarn would be very helpful right now.
He would be.
From Aurorish, isn't he? Oh,
Also,
no, he's not.
Oh no, he's Korath.
He's
no,
Korth,
but
that's right.
He's also our smart guy.
Yeah,
He's
he is
also
our
our
smart
smart guy. That's right. Oh, Robert, you're the smart guy. That's right. See, we're going to break a fourth wall all night tonight and assume that Robert is actually watching because he can't play. So, he should be streaming when he can't play, watching us. So we're going to be talking to him and about him all night.
In other words, tonight, instead of going, I wish we had some sort of magnetic grapple thing that would be really helpful right now, it's going to be, I really wish Yarn were talking to us right now.
I wish the smart guy was here.
Which one you pissed him off to where he won't talk to you anymore?
That's right. That's right. He's here. He's just not
there
talking
the whole time with what's his face, the new guy.
much. I think we should open the door and go in because either way we'll be able to.
Yeah, and blow the tree up when we come back out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Let's go in the door and see what we can find inside.
See, isn't that right, Yarn? That's right.
Rocket Ranger. Rocket Ranger. I thought you had that super power and you could talk in your head and everything. Why don't you just do that to Yarn?
Okay. He says we're good.
He says we're good.
Craig shakes his head and starts walking through the door.
All right, so we're gonna need a strength check. Get that door open. It is a stone door on old school hinges. They have
Swing in,
centuries
swing
of.
out.
It appears that it opens out.
All right, the whole typical spit in my hands, get a good grip, grab the handle, let's go.
Handle?
Whatever.
Okay.
13? Or do I need
Sure. It's not terribly difficult, and I mean, it's not like you haven't delved a dungeon or two in your day. Anyway,
it's not dwarven construction, so it's
no, it's not. It doesn't fit together nearly as tightly as something that dwarven smiths,
you wouldn't have been able to see the full friggin' door.
That's right. So as you
There,
get that open. The stairs plunge into cold, dark water. The stench of centuries lie heavy down here. An odor of decay and death.
All right, before we go down this way, has anybody got any open wounds? Nobody?
I don't think so.
Good, because you're liable to get sick if you go in there now.
Skeletal bodies of Queen Sakana's priests and advisors rest in repose on stone shelves.
Well, I've heard of elf on a shelf, but never heard of that.
Lining the crypt walls. At the far end of the vault, the treasures of the Forgotten Queen emerge from the waist-deep water. Moldy furniture, a bronze throne, statues of warriors, racks of weapons, and mildewed frescoes adorn the walls. Steps lead up onto a dry stone dais, upon which rests a gilded sarcophagus. With horror, you realize the sarcophagus lid is partly open and the sarcophagus is empty.
So I wish to put on my filter mask.
Okay.
Just
I will put on my night vision goggles because it's probably a little dark down here.
Okay. It is, in fact, a -4 darkness penalty. Does someone have light? Or excuse me, -6.
Yes. Lone Rocket Ranger has a flashlight.
I have a flashlight as well.
Flashlights? Who needs flashlights?
We need...
I mean, it's only a little dark in here. It's not that bad.
I'll check my radiation detector, make sure there's no radiation down here.
You do not detect any.
Excellent.
So, we know the sarcophagus has no body in it, but there's nothing else in it at all?
Are you heading across the...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let me get
Splash, 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 splash.
Well, they gave you the waist deep water for people of normal size.
Oh yeah, I'm wading in chest deep. Yeah.
So you're like up to here on you, and you're like, whoa, this is cold.
Let me get my fire. My nether's frozen.
Yeah, you wade in there and you start getting about halfway across. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Let us.
It is not even January 1st when
Cool.
all true Russians take ice bath.
Volley of insults, taunts from either side ignore up to 8 points of multi-target penalties this round. The villains will go first and are inspired. The approved action is in fact taunt. This will be a dramatic scene as
What?
this rises up out of the
All right.
water with a bow in her hand, and she is targeting.
We're not on the same page as you are, I think. You say this, and there's nothing here. So.
Shite. Okay. I've been on the wrong page this whole time. Oh, no, you've
all
been
right.
on the wrong. Nope, you've been on the wrong page this whole time.
So you're
Where?
the
Wait a
DM.
minute.
We're the ones in the wrong spot.
That's why
Okay.
the action card and possibility are still there, probably.
That is exactly right. So why? What in the ever loving heck is going on here, Roll 20?
Just trying to
I see what has happened here.
yarn.
okay.
It's all Yarn's fault.
Yep. He would have fixed it for us.
Wait
Yep.
one.
He was the smart one.
I should be over here.
Aha! I see a volley of insults.
Well,
Now,
crap.
Oh, I don't see anything else anymore.
You
Nope.
messed it up, Mike.
Yeah,
I did.
I mess this crap up all the time. Okay, so delete that there. Excuse me, I've been getting a little frog in my throat all day. So let us show you what rose up out of the water with a bow in her hand.
Aha!
And out of the walls comes this swarm of spectral faces trailing ectoplasm behind them as they swarm around you and begin to coalesce. And
Somebody make sure the Lone Rocket Ranger's got a romance card.
oh yeah, that's
Oh,
not so much.
I do.
And I was just joking.
I don't recommend it. No. All right, so
I think we've all seen this movie.
she rises up. She rises up out of the water, and she is going to roll 1d2. Ah, she is going to shoot. Crag and Rocket.
Oh,
Now I have 3/4 cover, right?
You can try that if you want to. Let's run this out there. How's an 18 look at Crag and Rocket?
Be a good success to Craig.
ditto. Good success to Rocket Ranger.
Okay, so Crag, you can enjoy 18 points of damage.
More shock.
Rocket, you may also enjoy 18 points of damage.
Let's see. That'll put me in wound range, but the force field goes off. I will be stymied and not take the wound.
So let's. Oh, by the way, let's go ahead and get that willpower roll because she's as she rises up, she's and that groan is terrifying.
Ooh.
Ivan is quaking in his Russian-made hobnail boots. Looks like everybody else may be okay. Yeah. Ivan, is that going to be your final answer there?
Yep.
All right. You may enjoy your stymied penalty. Let's put you as... Come on. Where is Ivan? There's Ivan. All right, and well, I suppose I need to slip that card since we're gonna. Yeah, the heroes will go first, but they were ambushed, so they are not going to get to go. The villains will be set back. Ah, rats. Intimidate is the approved action. Characters with elevation advantage flying around rooftops may reroll ones on bonus dice. That's not really going to apply under here because there's really nowhere to fly down here, even though Rocket might be hovering. I'm going to have to come up with another setback because I just attacked you, and I did stuff for which you reacted. I know what I will do. As she fires that second arrow, a wave of the water that splashes out knocks a stone loose that falls out of the wall and makes her shift. And as she does, she drops the bow into the water, and it disappears. As does she. She vanishes under the water. So everybody may, you don't get to pool cards. We will go to the first round of battle. Everybody give me a find roll, though. All right. Oh, I got to set that DN. That's your number. Crag, you were standing right there, so you happen to see her. Ivan, you see where she is, too, under the water. But Luke, you really don't know where she's at. She has managed to become obscured, and so it's going to be two. You're going to get -2 to try and do anything to her. Crag and Ivan do not have that problem. Oh, and Luke too, or I mean Rocket too. All right, so you're going to beat Erp and Rocket are both -2 because she's down beneath the dark waters and you don't have a good angle on her. But Crag, you saw where she went and pointed, and Ivan happened to catch that, and so both of you know where she's at, so you don't have the -2.
All right.
You with me?
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Got it.
As she is down there, the spirits are going to get involved. Villains will go first. Heroes will then surge. The taunt skill may be used.
We didn't have our little
No,
action
because
from
you
the
were
governor?
ambushed.
Oh, okay. So this is round. This is round.
This
one
is
now?
round 1.
Okay. Gotcha.
Little MCU music.
Gotcha. I see what's going on.
The taunt skill may be used as the defense against any type of interaction attack this round. Taunt and trick are the approved actions. All right. So the specters descend upon you this round. Everybody may take 2 points of shock as they pass through your bodies in a semi-incorporeal form, and you can feel this this bone-chilling cold soak through your flesh, and it just hurts for 2 points of shock as you are in contact with this swarm. Let's see. Let's see what she's doing. Yeah, that's what she's doing. Okay, you may go.
Would you like surge rolls from us?
Yes, please. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can. Come on. Ah, so sad.
Okay. The Rocket Ranger is going to try to grab one of the stones and try to huck it at the mummy lady, trying to trick her to believe it's some sort of grenade.
Okay.
So it'll be a -2 for her, and then another -2 for darkness because I have a flashlight.
Yep.
So must be -4. Haha. That's not looking good there.
No.
I'm going to use one of my fancy ones for a regular possibility here. This roll was a 3. How's a 10 look against her trick?
Not even close.
Okay.
Well, you're 3 off. You're 3 off because you got all the modifiers baked in there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That'll be my final stand. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that'll be my turn.
Who is next?
All right. Well, I'm not going to be able to do anything about those spirits because I don't have any kind of magic. All right. Is she still hiding under the water such that I have the -2 to hit her?
Yep.
All right. I'm assuming then that I couldn't aim at her.
You have no
Or-
idea where she is to
Right.
aim at her.
That's fine. All right. Then I will. So again, I can't go for a vital. So you know what? I will just pull out my my AK, and I will just short blast in at her. You know, just basically, she's down there somewhere. I'm just gonna fire at all of it.
Is high good for you or is low good for you, Jim?
Low is good for me because she's hiding in the water and she's a low down, dirty, evil person.
You did not manage to shoot Crag in the back as you sprayed this narrow and
Again.
confined area with your AK. A 14, you say? That will be a standard success.
You know what? I would like to make it a little better then. I'll give you some nice of that tasty pool.
Torg candy is yummy. A 23, you say?
Mm-hmm.
That is an outstanding on the nose.
Excellent. Do you have a target toughness for me, or do you want me to just put in 10 like we did before?
15.
15.
A wound and 2 shock, you say?
Mm-hmm.
I say no.
We are in Aurora's too. Remember that. So she needs a 15 to get to it.
Not the villains.
not the villains. Arr!
Only for you heroes.
Damn it.
And it's a mixed zone.
Oh,
So
it
it's
is.
Nile and Aurora.
Yes.
But that's only for the heroes. The
Yeah,
villains
The
always
gaunt-
get soak.
The Gaunt Man helps his own people out.
Damn
What?
right.
Damn it. But I remembered.
I remembered a thing.
I do.
If only Yaren were here, he would have helped you with that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so that's Erp. Who's next?
I can wade on over and try to hit her if possible.
Okay, so as you wade in and prepare to swing your melee weapon within the waist deep, you're going to pick up another -2 as your feet slide on the rocks.
Okay.
And Crag, you realize you don't have very sure footing either. So if you're going to melee with Sakana, you're going to be at a -2 for that unsure footing.
All right.
What do we have? 13? Is that your?
Yeah. That's my final.
That is going to be against my melee or unarmed. Is that right?
Yes.
That's not enough. You're
Okay.
too shy. As you feel metal strike your pair. You feel something parry your the flash of a Kopesh comes out of the water and parries it aside, and then like a shark's fin, it goes and disappears beneath the water. Crag, what do you got for me?
So
You've been diligently keeping an eye on where you think Sakana is, and you're pretty sure you know just that pesky -2 footing on your attacks if you're going to be melee attacking her.
Yeah, there's also the minus. You said it's a 6 down here, right?
Yes.
So that'd be.
Oh, your dwarven sight only takes care of 4. That's right.
Yeah. All right, I will do so. I will swing at her, but I'm also going to do the tree skin on myself.
Okay.
So.
So -6 total.
I mean, I've already got minuses. Might as well, you know, see what I can get. All right, so it's melee damage against the faith. The difference of 5. So. All right. We have no cards yet, so I'll just go ahead and play this. Last roll was a 15. How's a 13 look on the hit?
Melee.
Yes.
Yeah, she parries that easily with her Kopesh. You see that very distinct curved blade go and knock your axe aside.
But the faith is 5 points higher, so it makes that an 18. So that will give me excellent, good standing. So 2 to my toughness and no vulnerability to fire.
Okay. That's everybody. Go ahead and play cards into your pools. Unmasked. Any character wearing a mask loses it if hit with a good result or better on an attack or interaction this round. Rocket, are you wearing a mask?
Oh, yes, I am.
Outstanding. So the villains will go first, and they'll be inspired. The approved actions are defend and maneuver. You see the water ripple as Sakana swims along in the bottom. And everybody go ahead and take 2 more shock as you are in contact with the swarm.
We need to do something against this swarm.
They are passing through your body. Kind of, you remember the Raiders of the Lost Ark at the very end when the stuff comes out of the Ark and it's passing through all of the soldiers? That's exactly what's happening to you, and it doesn't feel very good. Sakana does not appear. Ivan's no longer stymied. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. You just see the water move. So go ahead and give me a find roll again. Let me set. Hang on before you do that. Let me set your DN. Oh, heartbreaker. She must be retrieving that bow, so she stopped for a
It's
moment.
okay. I still didn't see her.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't either.
oh my gosh. Ivan just barely saw her. Okay, so Ivan and Luke, you guys know exactly where she is as she's retrieving her bow. Rocket and Crag, you'll be at -2 on top of anything else you're doing because you can't tell exactly where she is in that nasty dark water. Who would like to go first?
Will the footing have any bearing on me casting, say, Soothe?
Wait, so it's a -2 to let's see.
Melee swing?
It's dexterity related skill tests. So
Okay. So yeah, Soothe won't be affected by it.
no.
Now, next question is, will my sight be affected by Soothe? Because Soothe is just an area effect, 5 meters.
Your sight?
Yeah, darkness.
How would you expect that to be affected? I'm not sure I
I just want to
follow.
make sure, because I know there's a -2 because of the darkness. I want to make sure it doesn't affect the Soothe as well.
Oh no, just cast that. You're not casting that on a target. You're just that
It's
just
why-
radiates
yeah,
out
it's
from
why
you,
I'm-
right? Yeah.
yeah,
So
it's
just
why-
cast that normal. Darkness is. I'm not going to hit you with a darkness penalty on that. That's fine.
All right, so Soothe is a good success, so everybody recover 3 shock.
Hey,
Hey, look at that.
there was much rejoicing.
A round and a half of at this rate, it'll take a long time for you guys to all pass out and drown.
Exactly. For giggles, I'm going to take out my Colt and fire at the undead swarming wraiths of ghostliness.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Pow, 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 pow,
Yeah.
pow.
Because I don't know any better.
Because I don't know any better.
That should be 2 less. So it'll be a 7.
Is that going to be your final answer?
That'll be my final answer.
Yeah, so you shoot and it seems to just you see wisps of
But I hit it.
you
I
think
hit
that
it.
you think that you did in fact hit it. It just didn't
Okay.
do anything to it.
Oh yeah, that's yeah. Now I know, and no.
I mean, your Colts are just normal Colts, right?
yes.
They're not. They're not. You didn't take them over to
They're
Isle
not-
or
They're
get
not
them
silvered
imbued
or
with magical
no.
or anything. No, okay.
Nope.
All right. So Rocket has ineffectively wasted rounds in here, and
But-
everybody's ears are ringing from the report of the 45.
Yeah, but
Who's next?
Rocket doesn't know any better, but now
He does
knows.
now.
Yes,
He does now.
Okay. So when she went go to retrieve her bow, is she still in combat with somebody, with anyone, or is she kind of off by herself?
So do you know where she is?
I do.
Okay. So she is technically in melee with Crag. Effectively, game mechanical wise, she's still in melee with Crag and Ivan because they're close enough to have been able to attack her and parry.
All right. So she's with both of them. Then I will tell them to move as I pull up my AK and ready it at them unless they want me to fire and potentially hit them both.
Ivan,
hit
have you
them.
gone yet?
No, I haven't.
All right. I have. So I can't move, so you can go ahead and fire with me there anyway.
Yeah,
Okay.
Crag cast.
Yep. Then I'll wait for Ivan.
Okay.
So with a flashlight and darkness, what is my base?
You're -2.
Okay.
But your impact hammer is two-handed, right?
It could be one-handed since my strength is above 10.
Okay. That doesn't incur any penalties?
Nope.
Okay.
So I got that.
Is that your final answer?
That will be my final answer, and I will become vulnerable as I step away or wade away.
Well, you missed. So
Yep.
you can't. You're going to be very vulnerable because
Very vulnerable. Yep, you're right.
Yep. Okay. Okay, Erp.
Then I will aim at her, and I will. I mean, does she look like she has this vital spot on her? I mean, do I think aiming for her head is going to do a lot? Basically, is
She's an undead mummy. She does not have a vital. Well, she does not. No longer has vital organs.
okay. Well,
They're all in a jar somewhere.
That's correct.
We should be shooting the jar.
all right, that's
Just
fine.
find the jar that's making the heartbeat noise.
That's
I
right.
will still aim at her and give a short burst then.
Okay, so is low good for you or high good for you?
Low is still good for me because actually high is good for me because I'm going over the dwarf.
Okay. So go ahead and make your roll.
Right.
Your weapon
So-
malfunctions.
Well, no, because I'm not disconnecting. Thank you.
We have a second chance for that. Okay. Oh,
Great. How hard did he hit me?
Crag, how's a 28 look against your dodge?
Against my dodge, 28. Yeah, that's an outstanding.
Let's get outstanding damage there, please, Luke.
To open up Craig's sheet real quick and see what Craig's toughness is. All right, check.
On the
Oh, yeah,
plus
that's
side, this is probably the guy to shoot in the back of the head.
Yep.
Ping, 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 ping. Shoot the other guy. Come on. How many times am I going to tell you? Back of your
Exactly.
helmet's got all these dents in it from all the
Come on,
impacts
lad.
all the time.
Every time, lad. Every time. You shoot me in the back.
It's not every time.
I was beginning to wonder if Rocket Man was on the bad guy's side. Now I'm beginning to wonder about you.
Y'all ever play Witch Hunter?
Witch Hunter, no.
You know that game? It's a
Oh, it's-
fabulous it's a great game. It's a great game. We used to play that a lot. And a buddy of mine, they have similar rules. You shooting into melee, you could hit your friends. And he played a German witch hunter. And every time we'd rush into battle, he'd draw his sword, and his battle cry was "Nix schießen, Johann! Nix schießen, Johann!" Which translated means "Don't shoot Johann." So there you go, John. Reference to you for you in the game. And so we carried that over into a lot of different games when something like this was happening. It would be Nick Sheehan Crag, Nick Sheehan Crag. Anyway, all right. So it's let's see. That's all of you, right? I think that's all of you. Yep, that's all of you.
Somebody else will take a pot shot at the back of my helmet.
Nope. So everybody play cards in your pools. We'll switch a card, flip a card, and we will go to round 3. Any skill may be attempted as an interaction attack. The target is the defender's trick, if not already defined. The heroes will go first, and the approved action is any. And because you're going first, she hasn't had a chance to act yet, you get to keep your find rolls. Unless you would like to make another find roll.
I would like to make another find roll.
It's a free action, so.
Sure, why not?
Hey, that's above. Or actually, it'd be a 5.
You're still on her 5. So Lone's figured out where she is, but Crag's still he's turned
still
around.
got his head ringing.
He's turned around and he's staring daggers at friggin' Luke.
I'll remind her, it'd be like it's right between my gun and you. And you know, she's right on the follow the line from my gun through you. That's where she is. But you might want to move to the side.
All right, we're going to.
Fine. I will cast Soothe once more to take care of the shock I just took in the back of the head. And then I
will angrily cast Soothe.
There we go. Soothe 15. I think that's gonna be another 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, another
It
3
was
shot.
last time.
Good, I can take away the 2 you gave me and 1 more. And I will become vulnerable and step away from any melee since I keep apparently getting shot from the teammates.
And then Rocket Ranger will have his gun and maneuver and kind of sweep around her.
Take your card, by the way.
Yeah,
Craig.
I see that.
We will just add a -2. -2, not positive.
Oops, I grabbed the wrong card. I hit Cosmos instead of Destiny. Sorry.
What'd you get?
I grabbed the Cosmos instead of Destiny. So you can take
You can't take the dwarf anywhere.
No, you can't.
I can take him to the target range.
Well, he does ring like steel, doesn't he? Bing, 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 bing.
This Cosmo card over here to the side. Get it off.
Oh, that's the one you drew?
Yeah, which I wasn't supposed to. So
I will take that. And so anybody who's going to get a Cosmic card, just let me know, and you get the one I've got.
maybe I should
It
just
was
do it.
horrible rolls.
Yeah, that's not very good.
All right, so I used an Oris possibility for that.
You want it back?
I will not take it back.
Okay.
I'm going to, since we're still in
You're going to add to it?
Nile, we're going to add to it as a
Okay.
possibility. That's 2. Last roll is a 12. How's a 16 against her maneuver?
Against your maneuver?
Yes, I am maneuvering her.
That is a success. What would you like to do to her?
Let's make her vulnerable.
No, not me.
And I will draw my Cosm card.
Cosm?
Destiny
Yep.
card.
Just
Gotta
line
go.
all these
See?
right up.
You see what
Yeah,
you started, Craig? You see what you started?
He did.
You're a bad influence. Ought to
And,
make you make a corruption roll.
and while this is going on, I'm just going to drop this on the bad guys so you can think about what to do.
Really?
Really.
It's a trendsetter, huh?
All right, fine. So that is
That was
that's
Rocket Ranger. Yep.
Who's next? Luke? Ivan?
I will go ahead before Ivan gets into attack and melee. I will go ahead and give her an aim and a short burst as well, and then the +2 for her being vulnerable. That was a 22 on her.
22 on her. 22. That's 1 point off of an outstanding.
Does anybody
Yeah,
happen
I
to have a
have an
supporter?
I have an action card to trade if you want it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I should give it to you.
Well, problem is I'm hoping to hold on to my coup de grace in my hand was the point. So, but I guess yours is free. So, sure, I will trade you. I think mine went back into my pool. I'll give it to you. There we go.
He's going to let you have it.
All right, so I will play the action and have an outstanding.
Okay, so that is an outstanding. Go ahead and give me your damage with 2 BD on my 15 toughness.
Okay.
I will once again not try and take that because I
No.
don't want to. I use
If
the
you
water
want
to
to.
my advantage. You didn't take into account the refraction of the water, and so you missed her. In fact, it looks like you hit her, but the bullet's kind of, oh shit, that's right, it gets refracted a little bit. So okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge reality she has.
Yep.
Ivan, what would you like to do?
I would like to again wade forward and swing. And I'm gonna boost that with
Torg candy coming out on every roll. It's a good day. Not good for my diet, but it's a good day. I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm gonna have to get like some Reese's or mini Kit Kats or something. Put them on the table, and every time you guys spend some Torg candy, I get to have a piece.
I used to have a Pez dispenser that I used with old Torg because you'd get so many possibilities and I would just eat them.
Nice.
Ivan with an 18. That is going to be a standard hit. You're 2 off of a good.
Then let's throw another one of these special ones down.
Wow. We're just sucking you guys dry.
Get her.
Well, she's well past her prime.
That is a wound. Oh no, that's your hit. That's not your damage.
Come on, exploding dice.
Come on. Toughness 15. AP 2. Do you have any AP on yours?
No, I don't.
I don't think so.
Ooh, that was bad.
Exploded the wrong way.
Yeah.
I don't take that. No. That Kopesh comes up out of the water and parries your blow as she rises up out of the water and stares at you, Mister. Well, you're not vulnerable now, are you? Because you acted.
Nope. Yep. And I didn't want to be vulnerable again, so.
But the weight of that blow has, she's got the bow in one hand and she's got her Kopesh in her other hand. And she's parried your blow and stopped it from hitting her, but it's all she could do. That's such a mighty blow that Ivan has swung with that impact hammer that it's you've essentially got her pinned. And if she were to try and slip it one way or the other, you'd smash her, and she can't get a strike done, so she doesn't get to attack this round. But everybody gets to take 2 points of shock as that spirit swarm, the specter swarm, goes through your body, and this water is really, really, I mean, your feet hurt if you're standing in the water. It's so cold. You've never been, I mean, Russian winters don't feel this cold, Ivan. It's uncanny how cold this is. And it's going to kill you if you have to stay in it. Play cards in your pools, and we will flip another card, and maybe this time I'll get to take an action. Into the air. Any test of air vehicles. We're not taking air vehicles tests underground. The villains will go first, and then the heroes can be fatigued. Approved actions are maneuver and trick. I get to take an action this round. I like it. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get that one. There we go. So I don't have to worry about setback anymore. I'm not vulnerable anymore. And Ivan, you're standing right there with me.
Yep.
Okay, so you know what? I shouldn't have done that. She is going to move away from you, Ivan.
Okay.
And she is going to take two attacks on Luke. And now we're not going to shoot the same person. And Ivan, because, yeah, you just attacked us. And so, Luke, you're going to take an arrow out of the bow. How's a 16 look against your dodge?
That is a standard.
You may enjoy 16 points of damage. Ivan, you know what? You're going to hurt me if I let you. I'm going to put a possibility on this. Because, oops, not a modifier.
It is time for Yarn to negate that.
Yeah.
That is exactly what would happen, too. I hadn't even thought about that, but that is exactly what would happen. And it didn't take it. I wonder why it's not taking my possibility.
Yarn's here. Oh wait.
It is Yarn in the machine.
How's a 24 look on your dodge?
That is an outstanding.
All right. 22.
So that would be a wound and 2 shock.
I am also taking a wound and 2 shock.
Why are you taking a wound and 2 shock, Jim? Oh, from 16?
The 16. And I only have one possibility, so I want to hold it for now.
All right. And take your 2 shock from the Spectre. Did we already do the Spectre Swarm this round?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think.
I don't think so. Go ahead and take
No.
your Spectre Swarm.
How many
2
of you guys
shock.
are about to pass out? Because
Yeah.
I'm sure it's getting close.
Because we're getting fatigued.
Well, now it's the hero's turn, so go ahead and hit that fatigue button there, Crag.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was asking, because I'm almost, and I got
You're like,
better.
oh, this is cold, guys. This is really cold. I'd like to go first.
I would like to, because I'm going to look at her and say, "Hey,
Baby.
you must have been buried for a long time, because you look ugly." And
Oh,
I'm
darn, I
going
thought you had to play his
hand
romance card.
I'm actually while I'm hitting the taunt here.
Yeah, we're not playing a romance card on Sakana. I'm sorry.
How's an 8 look?
That is not going to get the job done.
Ah,
You are a long way away. You are 6 off her number.
oh, damn, her numbers are huge.
Well, this is probably going to be a mistake, but somebody's got to
Okay.
do something about these things that are flying through us, and I'm assuming nobody has any way of doing so other than me. So I'm going to try to Hellfire it.
Go for it.
This is an attack, so I will need to take a -2 for the sight, won't I? Let's go ahead and use...
What are you doing to me?
I'm going to hit Hellfire on the swirly boogers.
Oh, okay.
But I rolled too low, so I'm just going to go ahead and use a second chance to do it again.
Okay. Yeah, 2's not very good.
There we go. How's a 17?
That's much better. 17, that is going to be an outstanding success.
Okay, so outstanding. 2BD with a 13.
Your toughness is a 7.
All right. Come on, big money. 2 wounds, 4 shock.
You notice that the swarm is visibly affected by your hellfire. In fact, you feel warmed by the flame. The specters are still there.
Okay, do I think using a coup de grace to do another dice of damage might work?
Where are you at? You're at a 20?
Yeah. He's
yeah,
at effect
no, 26.
13. You need to get to effect 15, so you'd have to roll a 2.
I have to roll A2?
Yeah,
On the
because your
dice,
current
yeah.
your current effect is a 13. You need to get to at least an effect 15 to get to an extra wound. So
All right,
that's
well,
a 2.
I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's only 1 bonus die. All right. Last effect was 13.
13.
There we go.
Okay, so your hellfire manages to strike and whoosh out, and where the tongues of the flame from your faith in Dunod, is it Dunod?
I think so. Yeah. That's who I went with.
Touches a spirit, they and they dissipate into nothingness, and you essentially extinguish them as your flames engulf the cavern.
Good,
And
good.
there's an audible hiss from the water as the flames boil away the surface moisture.
Yeah, I couldn't have taken another one. So I'm sure everybody else couldn't have either.
Oh yeah, I know. Not after that fatigue.
All right, who's next?
Yeah.
All right, lads, I'll soothe y'all for the next several rounds. Just remember, the first round back's on you.
Indeed. Did she hide this round? No.
She has. She did duck below the water. Yes.
Okay, so I need to find her.
Yes.
And she would not be vulnerable anymore.
I thought we just made her vulnerable. She moved away from us this round.
She's vulnerable because she retreated back away.
Oh,
she's
okay.
She's still vulnerable.
Okay, never
This
mind
is
then.
the new
Sorry.
vulnerable.
Oh, and I gotta set your
DC.
find to DN. Yeah. Look at that. You know where she is.
Ah, excellent. Then I will aim and short burst at her again. Because
+2 because she's vulnerable.
she needs to die.
She isn't quite all under the water. She retreated, and so you know kind of where she is, which is the +2 that you see. Oops, that's the wrong. That's the one I want. 18, you say. That is a good success on the nose.
On the nose? Okay. Then I will not do anything about it. I will just go with the good. And hope that this is going to be against 15. Nah.
I don't seem to pay any attention to the bullets that go through me. I do seem to mark the person who just shot me, though, and I'm not happy with you. Ivan, what you got?
So the first thing I want to do is not almost pass out.
Okay. Second thing you want to do is find her.
Yep.
Your number's a 7. Which you do.
Okay. And let's see if I can shoot off my net launcher and keep her from moving around.
Oh. That is going to be a standard success.
So she has been
You're 2 off of good.
two off of good.
I have a adrenaline for you if you want.
Sure.
Excuse me. I assume that's getting played, yeah?
Yes.
All right. So you have a good success with your net launcher. With a grapple, that's a restrain. Which, oddly enough, now that she's thrashing she's restrained and thrashing against her bonds, that kind of tells you where she is. You have nullified her stealth, so till she gets out anyway.
Right. So that's me.
That's everybody, right?
It looks that way.
Okay, so you don't do any damage to me. You just grapple her.
Well, it's damage 5, so I mean, I guess it could.
I
explode
totally
a
ignore that. I
bunch,
don't pay any
yeah.
attention to you.
Well, he could explode like 20 times.
He could, but he didn't. So yeah. Go ahead and play cards in your pools. And we will flip the next card. By the gods, faith may be used as a defense against all interaction attacks this round. The villains will go first, and they are fatigued. The approved action is trick. Okay, so I get to break out of, or I get to attempt to break out of your grapple, but you don't have a strength to set at the end, so
Yeah, unless it says on the net.
I don't think. Yeah, if you got anything on the net, I'm just going to run with a 10 as a base, unless you can give me something else to run with.
I don't. Net launcher.
Where's that from? Is that a
It's a
That's our cold?
Tharkold.
that's Tharkold book or Core Earth Tharkold?
Core rules. It says good hit
Expensive missile weapons.
restrains. It says it just acts like a grappling attempt. Page 123.
Hit dealing -2 damage. Huh, I don't get that at all. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to run with the 10.
Yeah.
That just sets it, it's not too high, not too low.
That sounds.
So I reach out I'm going to reach out with my reality. Oh, shit. Fine. Spend one of mine.
Yarn.
I burst out and I get a good success on my escape, but I think I have to have an outstanding to act, don't I? I think that's right. Maybe it's just a good. Let's see what 123 says.
Good or outstanding success breaks free from restraint.
Yeah, but when do I get my action?
And may act normally.
And may act normally.
Yeah, it's both. So if you get a good success, you can act normally.
Good. So I can act normally, and I'm going to act normally, which means I'm going to shoot you with my bow. Ivan, I'm definitely shooting you. Yep, Ivan, I'm shooting you because you're trying my patience. That's 15 look on your dodge.
Good success.
17.
Okay. Couple of shock, moving back up.
And I'm not vulnerable this anymore. And you've done away with my Spectre Swarm, so I don't get to do shock to you. And heroes may go. Who'd like to go first?
Me. Soothe.
Crag says soothe, please. Yes, now. Right now. Is that your final answer?
That says, I guess we ain't got nothing attacking us now, so that'll be 2 shock revived.
That doesn't go off? Oh, 2 shock soothed.
Yeah, it soothes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about going higher, but you know what? There's nothing taking the shock away from us now.
Just a divine mummy over there with a bow. An eternity shard.
She's one target at a time. That other thing was hitting everybody at the same time. A little bit different.
Wait, you don't like the Spectre Swarm? Come on, they're fabulous. They don't do anything else. They just chill you to the bone. Come on. Just a little cold. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's Crag. Who's next?
I am going to drop the AK and pull out the Barrett because the AK is just not doing quite enough.
Okay, on a personal note.
I don't know. I understand. I'm setting up the Barrett.
No. Setting off a Barrett inside a very small, closed, confined space with no ear pro. Nobody's hearing anything in the real world. Just saying. In the game, we're going to be fine, but
Yes.
you'll be bleeding from your ears.
All right. So Jim's setting up his
Yeah,
Barrett.
because
Uh,
I'm effectively stowing the AK and moving to the Barrett. That's what I'm doing this turn.
Rocket Ranger is going to try a maneuver against her. I'm going to do. No, I'm going to do one thing. I am going to set off the invisibility. Boop.
Set off the invisibility.
Yeah, so I become invisible. I activate it. Exactly. It's not quite working very well because, well, when I activate it, I become very vulnerable. So it's a weird combination of treat me as pitch black, but then I'm very vulnerable.
Well, the neat thing about it is that because you're standing in water, you are invisible. Now there are two leg-shaped holes in the water,
Oh yeah, but I
which
haven't
is
thought
how
that through.
you're very vulnerable because she
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
exactly where you are.
Exactly.
She's not stupid. She's just dead or undead. Take your pick.
And that would be that's going to be my action.
That's all you do is turn it on? That's an action?
No, it's a simple action, but yeah, no, I'm going to maneuver against her. Try to
Okay.
get out of the way. -2 for the darkness. Yeah, 8's not going to do anything.
No, it didn't last time either.
Yeah.
All right, Rocket. Who's next? Ivan, I think you're last.
Okay. So yeah, I will press forward again. Swinging.
Well, that is going to be a standard hit.
Okay, so that is 18 damage
Toughness.
and she
18?
Yeah. And she's
Okay, she ignores it. You smash her, and it seems to strike her in the shoulder, and you see a puff of for some reason, she's been swimming around in this water, and she's still bone dry. And when you hit her, this dust goes, and she looks very, very unhappy with you.
And she's stymied. So did something.
She's stymied, huh? Okay. Well, but she's not affected. You haven't done any damage to her. Do you have to do a damage or just successfully hit her?
From
Just
what
stymie's on the head.
Impact.
I'll just say that has been questioned on the Discord very recently. There's debate on whether it's something that needs to do damage or if damage actually occurs. The archetype that it comes from says hit. The book itself might say damage. I'll have to.
Now, where is that? Where's stagger?
It would be under melee weapon.
Yeah, I'm looking for the stagger attribute on the. It doesn't have it under the impact hammer description.
No, it would. There's like a description of a whole bunch of stuff in.
Here we go. So the target, no, okay, so the target becomes stymied after any damage is dealt. That's pretty clear. So you haven't dealt any damage. You hit her, but you didn't do any damage because she ignores your shock.
Well, he did damage. He just ignores the shock.
See, that's where the question comes from. So I'll let you decide. You're the game master. It's a question that I will reintroduce into the Discord.
Personally, I would say he did enough damage that he did shock. She's just ignoring the shock. So if he was doing like 6 less than her toughness, then I would say I wouldn't do anything because it's not even giving shock. But I can go either way because it's definitely a weird spot.
We've hit kind of an edge case on this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's look at. Let's see. Relentless says the creature is tireless and ignores shock completely. Fatigue has no effect. A relentless creature may still be KO'd by wounds, which usually represents its incapacitation or destruction. You know what? I'm gonna say that you got through the toughness to do shock, and she just ignores it because she's relentless.
Mm-hmm.
So had you hit her but not done enough damage to get through her toughness, then I would say if she's relentless and you did, let's say her toughness 15, let's say you only did 14 points of damage in your stagger, that 1 point of shock just isn't enough, because you didn't get through her toughness as a relentless creature. But because you did overcome her toughness and she's just that unrelenting Michael Myers style, right? She gets to be staggered. So we'll give her the stymied effect. So that's how I'm gonna adjudicate that, and just
that's fine. Like I said, it's really
Fair
weird.
enough.
The template archetype thing says hit, but the rules say damage dealt. But then is damage dealt? What's what's that mean?
and I'm gonna say
if it was soaked, I would say that's not, because I have the mental thing of that's choosing.
It's
a different
avoided
reality.
somehow. Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm in complete agreement with that. But I'm gonna let toughness play a role in this, so that if you don't overcome her toughness, you don't get to stymie her. But because you did, even though she's relentless, the impact of the hammer that she's ignoring, she just can't ignore all. She doesn't take the shock, but she's still stymied by the physical blow.
It's kind of just
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
that's
that's all of you guys, right? Let's see. Play cards into pools. It's a long combat. Harmonious alignment. All magic skills are favored, but a failure causes double the normal backlash and leaves the caster vulnerable. Oh, shit. The heroes will go first, and they're up. The approved actions, taunt.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you want to stand next to her when I fire.
I'm gonna wait till you fire before I do anything.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna taunt her and say, "Taste that. That is your doom."
Is that little light flashing in the corner of your vision?
Exactly.
Name that movie. Bonus points.
And I'll be. I don't remember. I don't know.
There have been two versions of it. I like the first one better, although the second one's not too bad.
How's a 16 look at her?
Oh, no. There aren't two of that. There's only one of that. Okay, 16.
16.
Taunt. A 16 taunt. That will get the job done. What would you like to do to her?
Vulnerable. I will draw my special card. And it's a little easier to see me because I actually did something.
Yes, you did.
But I'm no longer very vulnerable.
Who's next?
So I will go ahead and press the attack before I try to step away. So the vulnerable and that now cancel each other, so base of nothing. And did I not hit something? Let's try to input this again. Yaren, you are not supposed to negate my action.
The ghost of Yard is not happy with all of the jokes at his expense. That's not going to get it done.
He's still up.
Yep, I'm up.
He's going to roll a 1.
Yeah, pretty close.
I'll take a 2. unfortunately, I think that is going to be that's the number. That is a success.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna just be stymied and
We'll keep the stymie on her, but that's it.
Yep.
And that's Ivan.
All right, I will aim and fire at her.
Oh dear God!
Yup. She's
I think
vulnerable.
my ears are still ringing from the shot to the helmet. Nope, that's a new ring.
That's going to be an outstanding success, Luke.
Oh, all right. Well, just in case we can go for glory, I'm up.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I
It
do
could
have
happen.
it. I do have it in the pool.
No,
There's your
Okay.
one. There's your one, Mark.
I got a 1 and a 2. I like it. It's still an outstanding success with a Barrett, though, so I know I'm not going to like this.
Yeah. Do you have any armor on your
2.
toughness?
AP 2.
All right, so you're only a target 13 than me, then, right?
This is going to suck. Oh, that's not bad. I am going to reach out and try and...
Hold on. Do you want a coup de grace?
Yes, I do.
I'll put it on the
Yes, I
table.
do. Yes, I do.
There you go. 1. Last effect of 8. There we go.
Okay, so I am going to reach out to the bow and try and tap the bow. And I do. And I'm going to now use that possibility to soak, which I
Cool.
do.
Oh,
Wow.
I suppose it's my turn now. I'll move on up. I'm going to soothe and smack her.
In that order.
Well, something like that. So it's going to be, I guess, -4?
I hope when they do the year 2, when they do the revision of the rules, I don't think so. That's just not going to get, you're not even close.
I know.
When they do a revision of the rules, they're going to do something nice for GMs who get glory on GM rolls.
All right, so gonna go ahead.
How to
and
get a
use the
free
hero.
GM possibility. You're going to put a hero on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well. I already went up, so now it's a 13. So
Like when you play in beta, you get this pool of possibilities you
last
could spend
roll,
that are just in general. Jim,
17.
you're muted.
I know. I'm talking to my I'm talking to my wife.
Okay. And if you got like GM glory, you could get a possibility to put on the table and just use against alphas.
What's a 14?
what was that modifier? Oh, because you didn't put the modifier in previously. Okay.
That is 1 short.
From actually hitting?
Yes.
You want an adrenaline?
Yeah, you want a maelstrom or an idea?
Sure, either one.
Well,
is
I'd
fine.
like to point out before you do that what's your damage for just a standard hit?
15.
You're going to cause shock. She's going to ignore.
Okay, that's
Okay,
true.
well then I'll just go ahead and use the willpower then. And the way I can do the boost the soothe up the 1 more point I need to make it 4 shock removed.
Okay.
So I still miss with a hit, but the soothe does go off.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys
So-
can.
No double
Nice.
back. Well, you're favored on the. You can't be favored on. You got to be favored on both. You can't be favored on anything in a multi. All right, so you don't take double backlash on that though. For
Yeah. Also, not a magic skill, so
And it wasn't
soothe
it
is?
was soothe was a
Or is it
it's a
miracle?
It's a
it's a
miracle.
miracle.
Oh yeah.
and
my
it
bad.
wasn't a failure to begin with. I just was boosting it up so it'd be an outstanding.
Yep. That's everybody, right? So now it's my turn.
How's everybody looking on their shock right now, anyway?
Craig, you're just standing right there. I might as well. I'm going to rake you with the claw because I dropped my Kopesh and you're standing right in front of me. So I am going to rake you with a claw. How's a 12 look against your melee?
Yeah, it's the standard.
You can enjoy 15 points of damage,
Nah.
which probably only causes you a point of shock.
It's actually, yeah, it's 4 points lower than my toughness.
Yeah, that's a point.
Yeah.
All right, cards into pools. Oh, you like this one, do you?
Oh yeah,
I kind of do. Yes.
I'll just pick that up.
So we're
I
going to
have
stun
one of
lock the
those,
drama
too.
deck. We're stun locking the drama deck now that we got one we like. Okay.
In this fight, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so shit. Okay.
So heroes are up.
Heroes are up and they go first.
I'm gonna, since it worked last time, I'm gonna try to taunt.
Okay.
Oh, and she went, so she's not stymied or vulnerable anymore.
Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. I didn't even put the vulnerable in on the attack roll earlier, but like you said, it's just one hit, 15.
Yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be shock
Let's
she's ignored.
Let's say,
And you're
you know
still
what?
4 away, so a card would have only made it. You'd be one short of a good.
I was gonna say if we weren't in this dark, damp sarcophagus and you were like 5,000 years old, we might have a nice little beer. I think that's an appropriate taunt.
Did you just ask the mummy out for a beer?
He said he thought what I heard him say was, in different circumstances, you'd be a hottie.
Yeah.
Dark beer goggles, huh?
Well, okay. Here's my question for the group. Do we want to
do a
try?
6-pack, but she's a fucking kegger.
Rocket Ranger, I know it's been a little while since you've seen the hourglass, but really.
You know what? I'm not going to worry about going for a glory. So I'd still have to get a.
You did get one last session. So.
Yes, we did, but that would give everyone a possibility stuff. Anyway, how's a 19 look? I think is still a success. So we'll make it vulnerable again.
Oh, I just got kicked out. Hang on just a second.
Ruh-roh.
Roll 20. Kicked me out. I believe that's a good on the number. Hang on just a second. Because now I got to go find her character sheet, open her up again. Ooh, excuse me, goodness. Sakana, Warrior Queen, Taunt. You had a 19?
Correct.
That is, in fact, a good on the number.
Let's make her very vulnerable. I'll draw my destiny card. Apparently, she's thinking about it.
How you doing?
Hey.
All right, so that is that's Rocket. Who's next?
I'm going to wait for Crag before I fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the
The Barrett's going to ring a little louder.
tag team out.
So I'm going to, because I think my tree skin is done this round, so I'm going to pop it back up and swing my weapon at her.
Okay, remember you're -4.
Right, but I get +4 for vulnerability, so it bottoms it out.
Yep.
All right, 18 to hit. Wait, we're up.
Yeah, you're still up.
29.
Oh, that's a nice roll.
Ooh.
Another one. I like it.
All right.
Come on.
Well,
You give me that last one, Craig. Come on. Crag.
no, but 18's how far up is 18?
That's standard.
It's a standard, so yeah, I will go ahead and give you it.
Oh,
Might as well.
got the last one out of Crag. Crag is empty.
You know what? I'm gonna make the Annie, so that I can get a card for this.
Okay.
All right, total roll was a 30. Submit. There we go. That's not much higher, but how's the 20 look?
20 against the melee. That is the good success on the number.
All right, so good success. So that's going to be 1 BD.
What was I giving an adrenaline for that idea?
Huh? No, I was using the idea to change it to.
Oh,
To any
gotcha. Oh, gotcha.
instead
Okay.
of taunt.
Instead of time. All right. I was just making sure because I saw you roll again.
I'm running
Oh,
low
okay.
on cards too, so I have figured I
Gotcha.
can put it out there at least draw a card on.
Gotcha. I had to see what
Toughness was
the
a
dog was
15,
doing.
correct?
That's correct.
Yeah, whatever. I got a card. Well, hold on. I still need to figure one more thing out. So that was a 20. So it's going to be a 25 on my tree skin. Okay, so it gives my toughness up 3 points for the neck for whatever.
For her return attack.
Yeah.
And then are you stepping away?
Yeah, I am. So that's you get the vulnerability for that because I don't want to get shot in the back of the head and my own
Again.
teammate be the one taking out my toughness.
Again.
Well, to be fair, you upped your toughness. Just
Yes, but you know the ringing in the helmet's still ringing in the
He's
fucking
going to
helmet.
ignore almost all your armor with the Barrett, though.
well, yeah. All right. So I will aim at her and fire.
Remember, no
Yeah.
discernible
Yeah,
vital
I'm-
spots.
That's fine. I'm not taking the vital. I'm just aiming to get the extra plus,
Okay.
and we're up.
And apparently you did a good job. You know how to shoot that Barrett. So yeah, that's an outstanding success.
You did use your up, right?
Yeah, that made it
That's
to the
what-
49,
Oh, okay.
but it would have had to explode for me to go for it. All right, 2 bonus dice and target 13. Ugh.
Ugh.
I will reach out to the bow. I do not draw out a possibility, so I will take a wound.
Yay! I think that's your
Finally, she's
first.
been damaged.
It is my first, yes.
Yeah.
And that is Erp.
Is
Is that everybody? I think.
Ivan, I think still has to go.
I'm tag teaming with Crag,
Ah, yes.
doing the little in and out of melee dance. Very vulnerable. Two. And then up.
Well, that is a standards hit. That is going to be. You know what? I've been kind of okay. Yeah, that's an outstanding. I'm going to call that an outstanding. I have been the last couple of rounds not been playing that right, but we'll just say she's been parrying it with her bow. Now she's not. So okay, you got an outstanding hit.
Rolling a lot of ones for the
Reaching
bonus
out
dice.
again.
Double ones. Wow.
Ooh, I got a possibility out of the bow.
I think we all need trademark weapon at this point.
Yeah, I know. I missed trademark weapon.
Yep, and I don't take your damage. I soaked it as I pulled some reality out of the bow. And that's all of you guys. My turn.
Right here, woman.
I don't like you very much, Mr. Cragg. I also don't like you very much, Mr. Ivan.
Yes, but Ivan's in melee. Can she shoot him with the bow? and
Yeah,
arrow?
I don't know that I can disengage at the moment because I'm very vulnerable. So I can't disengage, so I'm going to have to claw Mr. Ivan.
Well, I
That's a
tried getting her
16.
attention, Ivan. Sorry.
On
Fine.
your melee or unarmed.
That
Ivan.
is a good.
She rakes her claws across your chest, digging her nails in for 16 points of damage.
So that'll be 2 shock.
Yeah, she rolled a 1 also for damage.
Yeah.
She also needs a trademark weapon, apparently.
She looks at her claws, shakes them a little bit, looks again, defective. All right, so go ahead and play that seize initiative again,
Yep.
Yep.
Here it is.
and play the master plan again.
Well, if I could, I would. But
Really?
yeah.
I get to get rid of it this round? Outstanding. All right.
Well, it all depends what we draw for destiny cards.
All
If
right.
any.
So the heroes will go first, and they are up.
So I can go ahead. Or were you gonna?
Oh,
try
go
to-
ahead. Oh no, go ahead. 'Cause she's already very vulnerable, so it really doesn't matter
Right.
too much what I do.
Okay.
Well, I took my action though.
She took
so
her
I'm
action.
not
Oh,
very
yeah, yeah,
vulnerable
yeah.
anymore.
Oh yeah. So I need a let's see, a good quippy little are you a mummy or
A
a
daddy?
daddy? I don't know.
Oh.
'Cause she is punking us.
She is not impressed with your taunt.
No, she is
Don't
not.
forget you're up.
I'm putting it in there right now.
Oh, well, nope, it's still.
Oh, that's like the third or fourth one.
Wow.
I love it.
So I mean, it works
Yeah.
because of what you said.
Yeah.
Are you a mummy or a daddy? No, yeah.
And
That's the best you've got.
I really don't feel good putting a possibility on this
Oh, come on.
because it's only going to get up to at a minimum of 12, which is going to do nothing.
It'll be a shame if there wasn't a second
It
chance
could blow
out there
up.
somewhere.
Oh, it could blow up. Oh,
Positive mental outlook. Come on.
yes, I'm positive that it's not going to make it.
All right, so let's rock it.
I'll tell you what, Mark. You give me the roll first, and if it makes it above a plus 10, I will.
No,
give
that's
you
not
a
how that
plus
works. I'll tell you what. Wait. I'll compromise with you.
one.
I will compromise with you, considering that we're in a mixed zone of a Rorschach Nile Empire. I will accept your wager. If it does explode, you have to roll corruption.
I'm so now we'll let it roll. We'll let it roll. Because we've been rolling a lot of ones.
But I'm gonna mark it as a win just because you thought about it. All right, so who's next?
So I'll go ahead and swing then. Oh,
You're up.
up. Yeah. Oh, that's better.
That is going to be a good success as she tries to deal with it with her claw hand instead of her weapon.
Well, let's see if that bow has any more.
Well, she's reaching out. I do not successfully reach out and take the possibility from the bow, so I will have to take that wound.
And then
There's Ivan as he gets his vulnerable.
And she is stymied.
Who is next?
That'd be Erp and then me.
Yes.
Well, why is there a maelstrom on the table?
Because I think someone dropped it.
Somebody
Not me.
playing a maelstrom?
I don't. Yeah, I was gonna play it for her not being able to use a bow.
Oh, you're going to play it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any more possibilities for this round, so.
So you're like,
So the rest of you
And,
guys,
you
screw
know,
it.
F it.
Everybody else is already gone except for Erp, and Erp only has one. I'm sure he's not going to spend it. I know how Jim is. He'll hang on to that thing for a little while.
I'll hang on to that thing until she finally turns and attacks me. That was the plan for that, but I guess not. All
She's
right,
not going to attack you. She's going to
not
have a dwarf
vulnerable at the
all over her
moment?
face here in a minute.
All right. How is a 16 on her dodge?
On her dodge, that is a success. You're 2 off of a good.
You're still up.
You're up.
Oh, you're right. I am. Let's do it.
Since the pointer didn't work, I'll use the thumb.
Yeah.
22 is 1 off of an outstanding.
I've got an adrenaline if you need it.
I got a supporter if you want it.
Sure, either of
play-
those would work.
I'll play the supporter.
Yeah.
I'll be like stepping forward and getting her attention on me where she leans into the shot.
You're gonna be like, "Are you gonna kill her yet?"
You're going to die.
Oh,
I cannot repel firepower of that magnitude. And with the maelstrom going, I can't reach into the bow.
Boo!
And
Oh.
so you shoot her center mass. It hits the spinal column. You watch as rib bones and vertebra shatter and explode backwards toward the sarcophagus. Her burial wrappings disappear in shards and dust. The ceremonial headdress and jewels and armbands, greaves, and breastplate fall into the water as she dissipates in this
I'll walk up, pick up the bow, and throw all the nice shinies into a bag.
Well, alrighty then.
Oh, we took her nice shinies. Nice.
I mean, we're not going to leave the shinies here, are we?
No.
Good. I mean, where I come from, you loot the
Yeah,
dead.
good.
I come from, you don't leave shinies behind.
All right, so what are we doing?
Hey, Yarn, you see that? She just exploded.
I think Yarn's still outside. I've not seen him come in.
I think he's under the water, like trying to find that Kopish sword.
That has been thrown into the bag with the shinies.
Oh, see, a Yarn found it, and that's where he put it with the shiny. He was trying to get that.
I don't know. I think Yarn's outside smoking a cigarette or something. He's on a coffee break.
Oof.
So, is there any? I don't think there's anything else in here we needed to get. I think we were after the bow, weren't we?
We were after the bow. I mean, we could search around and make sure
So,
there's nothing in the water.
Before we go any further, I see a couple of you guys took some wounds.
Yes, if you
How
could.
many of you?
If you could.
How many of you? 2 at least, right?
Yep.
Right, so I do first aid on one and then heal on the other.
Sure.
Unless somebody else has got a first aid and like to try that.
I got first aid. I could do it.
Let's work on the first aid then. See if that works first while I worry about using the spells.
Yeah. I'll heal Luke. Rocket,
You take care of
Rocket
Rocket Boot
Boy.
Boy and I'll take care of Ivan.
You only have one wound.
Yes.
Okay.
And what is
I
that?
only
You
have
put it
one
in the
also.
modifier slot, -1?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
No. I said you need to wrap my arm up really well.
Oh.
No.
Oh, you took it. Okay. Yeah, you took it. Okay, I got you. I was gonna throw the willpower out there too.
This is the wound right here, right? Yeah, that's pretty deep. I think I'm going to have to use
That's pretty deep.
I'm going to have to use me medicals for this one, lad. Alright, so I guess I'll go ahead and cast heal on him.
I would like to point out that is the first time I have seen a maelstrom used where it didn't dick the party over.
I've
It actually was useful.
I've seen it once before, also used, and not to really screw over the party, but it is again very unique in that time.
Yes.
Fuck it,
Oh, by the
you're
way,
hurt, you're staying that way.
by the way, Dan,
Yeah.
it's fuck o'clock.
Like I said, you gotta take in that wound and you're gonna like it, lad. I felt them both. Actually, I take some shock for that one.
Yeah, you do.
Your wound infected me.
Your wound's contagious, lad. Stay
Well,
away.
don't stick the finger with a
Quarantine you.
hangnail in the hole
Ugh.
and lick it off when you're done. Yeah, tastes like chicken.
Oh my. Yeah. So I remember the little shiny things. I am going to look in the room because you said there were like some weapons and such. I'm going to take a couple of those because we did radio Beignet, and we were going to say like, yeah, we'll give you some shinies for some transport or something like that. So I'm sure this will come out. This will never come up at all at some point, but just in case we have some extra shinies.
Well, it's like swords, kopeshes, spears, old
Oh, yeah.
ancient Egyptian kind of.
They're old and ancient. I can
The
Artifacts.
valuable to
take a
somebody.
couple for the artifacts and go give them the junk, and we keep the good stuff.
Look, we
That's
found
the-
this
that's my
rusted
plan.
out piece of shit, but apparently you humans like them.
Hmm
You put them in these museum things, so here.
exactly.
Never
And
could
we
quite
still have
understand that.
and so Killingsworth is still out there too. So
Yeah, Yoren's probably dealt with it.
oh,
by
he's
now.
taking care of him right now. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
probably that or Yoren's
And-
dead.
I want to do this for the possibility and the card, not for the martyr.
Are you sure? Are you positive?
Ah, we're all dead now. Little did you know we were in a rush before this.
So once we've
Okay.
confirmedly sacked the place, or as some people put it, Greyhawk to the place, we
No,
we
it's
make
it's
our way out.
don't worry, we fixed it. It's Isle the place.
Isle the place. Yes.
We Isle the place.
Yeah, but I'm still partial to Greyhawk, the bodies.
Yeah. Aren't we
Sorry.
all?
I miss Greyhawk. I mean, really, I miss living Greyhawk was so much fun. Anyway.
So we got this nice fancy bow and all these other shinies. Now we need to go burn the tree down.
If it hasn't burnt, I agree.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Yona's not burning it. He's just sitting out there, looking at it.
Or as you said, dead.
Okay, so you guys exit the tomb, and the tree is very unhappy. It is everything about it is writhing. What are we gonna do about the tree?
Burn it with fire.
Mm-hmm.
How are we
Want to throw
burning
your
the?
grenade
Just
at
gonna
it first?
you just gonna start a fire and
Oh, hell
torch
no.
the thing?
Oh no. Well, I mean, I don't know. 10's not gonna do it, is it?
Well, I mean, it'll hit it.
Okay, that's 13 points.
It's an inanimate, giant ass banyan tree.
Yeah, well, that,
I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that.
I just keep dropping hellfire on it until it catches.
Okay, so you
Or until I
we'll-
pass out, whichever one comes
I
first.
was gonna say we'll hand wave that. You set some holy hellfire on it, and the tree goes up in flames, and you stand there and bask in the warmth after having been chilled almost literally to death by Sakana and her specter swarm.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, there's nothing
Good
like
campfire.
basking in the glow of a
Exactly.
burning Rorschach
I think
nightmare
I've
tree.
seen this on one of y'all's moving screen shows, but I think it was like a ghostly green guy sitting there. But
I'm
anyway.
sure nothing bad will happen to you at all for having been covered in the smoke and ash and soot of a burning nightmare tree, but that's for a later time to figure out.
I'll
Sure.
take a shower, I think, when I get back.
I got the filter mask.
Yeah, concentrating it all right there in the
Yeah.
filters. That's good. Let's tote that around with
Is
us.
there a reason you got vines growing out of your face mask there, lad?
Looks like a Cthulhu cultist.
You remind me
He's
of
a
one
fan of the old
Mind
ones.
Flayers
That's right.
Back in Isle.
That's right. Okay, so we've disposed of the nightmare tree. Craig incinerates the nightmare tree.
Yeah, I'm not concerned at all when you put that down like that.
Hellfire.
Crag incinerates the tree. Not the party destroys the tree, but Crag.
No. We're gonna
incinerates
leave your faith all over this one. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fine. All will be well.
Okay. So what's next?
Go get a shower.
I think we're gonna head back to. Well, we should head back to the docks, right? Because that's where Joe is.
First, we need to find Yaren and that other fella that was in the hole.
Oh, he's got to be
Yes.
there already. Oh yeah, we can take the other guy. And
He was
tell him to
looking
hold
after
us.
Ramon. Make sure
Yeah.
that Ramon didn't come to
Oh.
mischief.
That sounds good. We can
Okay.
grab the
Are they
both of
playing
them.
Three Dragon Ante, or do you call that what Texas Hold'em? He's playing some sort of card game with him.
Well, so Yaren took him back to camp for you
There we
because
go.
yeah, that's a thing. And you're all
reason for
coming
him
back
to
to
be
camp, and as you come out of the forest, you see Yaren and Joe and Ramon, who is not represented there because he's just not appearing in this tabletop. And they are bound and gagged, lying on the ground. And as you emerge from the tree line,
Was this enough time to recover shock?
yes,
Just Ivan still has a wound. I'm sorry.
Gabriel Benoit steps out from the trees, carrying his signature Mauser as his river pirates. There's 3 to a token. Emerge from the trees, leveling their rifles at you, and he says, you were, well, you look a little worse for wear, but nonetheless successful. I think you have my bow. I'll take that. And
Now listen here, lad.
we'll be on our way.
Well, lad, it's been a rough day. I'll give you to the count of 3 to leave and stay alive.
Oh, I don't think so.
I mean, listen. The day started like this. We've got vampire chimpanzees running around here. We got a giant serpent. We had a robot monkey, and we had a mummy with a bow. They're all fucking dead now.
Or dead again?
So, here's the deal.
Re-dead.
We've destroyed all of them. They're all supernatural creatures. Do you really think you've got a chance?
I sense we have an intimidate coming up here, so why don't you go ahead and give me an intimidate?
All right. Any penalty?
I don't know that we're going to give you a penalty on this.
All right.
And Mark, I did try to interject a little bit. Can I assist him on that intimidate?
You did. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right. I'll wait till you roll in.
I help.
All right. So it gives me.
+1.
Okay. Oop, not equal. Plus. Fucking 9.
I got a willpower for you.
The only thing I have is a step C. So, I mean, willpower, will that get me to where I need to be?
Oh yeah, you are really low on cards, aren't you?
I was kind of using them.
Well, kind of use. Yeah. So I'm
get
going
you.
to tell you. I'm going to tell you. You need an 18
Oh,
to
wait.
walk out of this.
Well, I
Wait,
guess you're
wait,
just going to die
hold on.
then.
Wait, Dan, I
can
got
I-
something for you. I got
Well, don't
something
know.
for you.
Hmm.
So take that, play it for the possibility and the card. Give me the step C.
Yep. Now what am I playing? for the possibility in the card?
Get the positive, or you can play it on him. I'm not judging.
I mean, lad, give you a beard, you'd match some of the women I've been with before, so why not?
Well, there is such a thing as a bromance, right? And
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
mutual respect and whatnot.
I like you, so I'm gonna give you the chance to live.
And well, so
I'll go through for
we're gonna
3.
put that on Ramon because you were the one. I think you were the one that helped Ramon out of the pit, right?
It
one
was
crack,
me
the
and
one that-
Rocket Man that did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
but
like-
you went
he had the
went
fire.
down into the pit for
Yes.
Ramon, right?
I fell
Okay.
into the pit.
All right, so we will go ahead and we'll put that on Ramon, who is infinitely grateful for what you have done for him. And
Well, that's right, because I ain't got to play it against the enemy. I can just play it, period.
in that, is it 3?
Yes. Unless I use it for the other.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and take one of those, play it for the possibility to see if I actually do any good here. What was my last roll? Stinking 5. Out of 15, you said I needed 18.
Yep.
How about if I give you one of those to play?
Oh,
You
nice.
you can't
Nice.
trade possibilities.
No,
You
I
can
just
play the
transfer the
transfer card.
Oh, did you put a transfer card down? Oh, look at that.
Yep.
You can absolutely do that.
all right, and that allows me to roll it as an up.
You
Is it-
add another possibility.
Yeah, it's another possibility.
Okay, just making sure. All right, last roll on this one was a 15. There, 22. I even got tone for it.
I have tone firing.
Yes. Sorry, that's me.
It's,
This is a very dramatic way to end this.
I even have the bow, but I haven't figured out anything about the bow to even see if I can pull
So-
possibilities off.
so you give him that speech. You don't break stride at all as you just keep walking because
No,
you've
I
had
literally
enough
pull
for
my
the
axe
day.
out. Just,
You've absolutely had enough for the day. You've got the bow in one hand, your axe in the other. You're covered in the slime from being down in the crypt and the dust from the
burning nightmare.
the mummy, and you've got cuts and bruises from falling out of the tree, and just it's been a long day. Everybody has this look in their eyes like you really don't want any of this right now. And after he gets done, the pirates kind of see this coming, and as you walk by them, giving them that, please don't do this, because I really don't want to have to just cut you in half, and I will. Look, they kind of lower their rifles and slowly step back into the jungle, and as Benoit notices that they're melting away, he kind of lowers his Mauser just a little bit, and he says, "But you did bring me some weapons, yes?"
Rocket Man, you're up.
Oh, here you go. Here's some Kolpesh. They're they're museum pieces, definitely.
So what are you giving
Spears.
Benoit?
He will get a some of the extra ones that were just hanging around. Nothing from the
Mummy.
mummy.
Nothing from Sakana herself?
Nothing from Zakana herself. Yeah.
Just the stuff that was like accoutrements up on the dais kind of thing? Okay,
Exactly.
so
Exactly. And then I'll put down like a rock and say, this was in the sarcophagus. Because I think that's a beautiful way to end this scene.
So as you get up there, Joe's kind of rolling over with his hands. You cut him loose. You get Ramon up off the ground. Yarn comes with you. Joe kind of rubs his wrist, looks around, and beats feet back to the boat. You guys get on the boat, and we're going to call that the end of Act 3. As Joe takes you back up the Shopo River. You get back up to the hotel casino where you sit back, and Joe begins. He when you get to the dock, he walks you up to he helps you get all your gear and stuff back to the casino. You walk in. He orders a bottle of scotch, pops the cork, pours glasses, and starts to drink. And when the bartender asks him to pay, he looks at you guys and walks over to a table and sits down. As you, I'm assuming that you buy him the bottle of scotch.
I already said the first round's on them.
Somebody's buying Joe a bottle of scotch.
Yep.
As you, Amari shows up, and as you're sitting around the table, talking about your exploits and whatnot, and explaining that the Delphi Council sent you after this to retrieve it. Amari and Joe both explain how you could get on a flight and back to Kisangani. Excuse me, how you can get on a flight over to the Amazon, where at that island that you're supposed to go to next, the island of Hespera, to give this bow over to the Amazons and win their trust. Amari is noticeably depressed and disappointed about you leaving, and not so much so that you're like, oh, my my sugar daddies are leaving me. And he really, truly does not look happy to see you go. And he promises that if you're ever in the area again, he will be happy to help you out. May or may not have picked up a contact in the region. And so we will do some interact maintenance at this point. You guys picked up 5 XP, and you hop a plane that is heading towards and we're going to take Hesper. Yeah, we're going to take Yarn with us because otherwise I'll have to go find him later. So if anybody has any
So here is Guard. I'll drop that to the floor.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do the cards things. Dump those onto the tabletop.
Shall we just keep our 6 because of our glory played, and we're still going to be in the Nile?
That's correct.
Okay.
And keep in mind that as far as possibilities go, if you have Nile possibilities, we're going back to 3, right?
Right.
You can have up to 3 Nile possibilities in your hand if you already hold 3. So Rocket's the only one that's an issue. Or if you still got some Aurorian possibilities, you could hold on to some Aurorian
Now
possibilities.
the romance gave me just regular possibilities, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
So Mike, you can keep whatever mix of possibilities you want up to 3.
I will keep the mix.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, what mix have you kept?
It's 1 Nile, 1 regular, 1 Aurorian.
Oh, okay.
A little
Keeping
flavor
the door open for the Gaunt Man. We appreciate that. Yes, we do.
Why not?
Why not? Let's see. Do I still have possibility? No, I don't. I have you guys.
Jim, would Luke like a hold on to a precision?
Sure.
All right. Here, I'm just going to drop it to the ground.
All right. Oh, I'm in the wrong. Once again, I'm in the wrong.
Okay,
so if it's going...
We need to draw 6 cards.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Correct. Draw 6. Oh, wait.
Yeah, we'll be up to 6.
All right.
Oh, I have to draw
What
down.
do we need? We need 1,
Sorry.
2, 3, 4 possibilities. Okay, so go ahead and take the possibilities that you need up to the number.
And it is 9:23. So what we'll do is we can take ourselves a good 10-minute break for bathrooms, drinks, and whatever tweaking to do on the character.
Is anybody spending any XP? I'm curious.
Might.
I'm gonna up a skill. I haven't decided which one,
Say, I might pick another.
but it'll just be
perk,
1
really
skill
just...
by 1 point.
Sorry, I'm dealing with a work thing, but yes, I don't know if I'm going to spend XP, but I'll let you know in a second.
Okay. So I think Dan declared we're taking a break.
Yeah,
10 minutes till 9:30ish.
Sounds good to me. So don't go too far, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. All right.
And I'm going to at 1 point in heavy weapons.
All right, and we're back. And we're starting in the new act.
Why is this tabletop even here?
I don't know. All right, we are back in. And I'm getting warm.
And I want you guys to know that there was a moment for a little while there in that last fight where I was looking at it going, I hope I'm not about to preside over the first organized play TPK on the live stream, no less. Because I was a little concerned, and I'm looking at it going, I don't think there's anything I can do to. I got to do what I'm doing.
That's fine. Yep.
What are you talking about? All the
Oh,
shots
we're fine.
from the street, that thing?
Yeah, the Spectre Swarm. I was like, I'm going to put them all down with that, and nobody's doing anything with it, and there's nothing I can do about that.
No, it was a matter of Dan turning around and going Hellfire.
Yes, they have a very low dodge and a very low toughness, and they have an AP2 on their toughness because they are ethereal, but they can be affected by things selectively, but magic absolutely does it. So when he's like, I'm going to Hellfire, I was like, okay, this is probably if he can roll high enough. And when you only got two, they have 2 wounds. When you only got 2 wounds on that, I was like, I've got another round. This is going to get bad. And then somebody said, nope, coup de grace. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
don't roll a 1 and we're out of this.
Yep.
You know what? Since you say that, I'm just going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to go ahead and put trademark weapon on the as my perk.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
The Crag's battle axe is very distinct.
All the notches in it.
Don't notch them too deep or the haft will snap off.
No, it's on the back of the blade in the middle. It's just little lines.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get us over. Open up Act 4. And let's go ahead and show you this. The island of Hespera. So as a reminder, as you're making the flight over, Snowflake and Dr. Frest have reiterated that Mobius has some kind of a new weapon that he's building. And we need more allies to help fight in the strange tribe of warrior women on this Aegean island of Hespera. These Amazons, they might be, I mean, if they truly are Amazons, like the legend, the Amazons of legend, those could be valiant and very, very powerful allies in the war against Mobius. You have to figure out if they are, and if they are, let's get them on our side, which is why you got the bow, right?
Right.
So you have some time on the plane as you're coming over to figure out what it is that you're going to do and how you're going to approach this.
What can we figure out what the bow does?
Oh yeah, that would probably be a good idea. I'm supposed to show you that.
Hey, all
since
right.
You got it. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, no, let's just keep you in the dark about the eternity shard you're toting around. There you go. The bow of
nice.
Sakana. And because it's the end of an act, we're going to refresh those possibilities. She had drained 2 of them and was going for that last one. So this is to defend the innocent against foreign invaders. The possibilities may never be used against a human that is native to the Congo region in Africa. Fortunately, now you are no longer in the Congo region of Africa. It is a. Let's see, where is the bow's stats used as a weapon? The bow is strength +3. It uses missile weapons. And let's see, where is the rest of that? And it is absolutely preternaturally accurate, decreasing concealment penalties by 2. So if your target has some cover, not so much.
It's pretty nice.
It is.
Yeah. Who is carrying the bow of Sakana?
I'd probably say
Crag is going to carry the bow of Sakana.
Yeah, Craig's. Well, he's the one that picked it up, so I don't think he would have handed it off to anybody. And everybody else is using firearms or hammers. So.
Okay. So unless you guys tell me otherwise, Crag's got the bow.
So unless somebody else would like to carry it, and let me know, and I'll hand it off to you.
That sounds fine.
I mean, not too fond of bows, but they're better than them bang things you guys fire with. They're a little more accurate. If you got the strength for it, and it pulls it back.
Do we have any arrows for it?
Yeah, you've got some.
We should probably requisition that before we get on the.
Hold on, let me check the bag full of shinies that I got.
Arrows are easy to get.
No, shinies, okay.
Yeah, you got arrows. Arrows are easy to get. That's no worries.
And was there anything interesting in the bag of trinkets?
Yeah, the shinies that were off the body.
You got. She was still wearing her golden circlet on her head, ornamental bracers, matching greaves, and a bronze breastplate and jewelry from her deathbed. Those were the only other items of note.
All right, and they're more valuable, not special. Of course, lads, it might go a long way for negotiations if we turn them to the ladies as well.
That's what I'm kind of thinking
Let
too.
them know that unforeseen circumstances caused the body to disintegrate and left these behind, so we brought them with us to reassure that no infidels, or whatever the phrase is, these
No divine mummies were harmed in the making of this eternity shard.
Yeah, well, that's a lie, but anyway.
No good divine mummies.
Bunnies? What?
No good divine mummies were harmed in the making of this bow.
I thought you said bunnies, lad. I was like, where's your mind at? This is a different kind of game, lad.
So, in the conversations that you had with Dr. Frest and Snowflake as you were getting ready to, as you're flying over, or getting ready to get over here, the island itself is off limits to foreigners. There is one location where you can dock if you want to come on board openly, or you could try to land covertly and sneak onto the island and gain access that way. But there's only one point of open access, and they are guarded against outsiders. So it will take a considerable amount of diplomacy to get them to let you come onto the island openly. So it's your call how you get in there. But remember, we're trying to convince them to become allies.
Kind of hard to sneak in somebody's back door and then say, "Hey, we're friends." So
yeah,
right.
just my opinion, but I'll go with whatever y'all decide.
We probably want to be open about our dealings and say we have a gift for their queen.
Okay, so seaplane lands and taxis, and as you get a glimpse of Hespera, the island of Hespera is long and rugged. It is long and rugged with tall forested hills as far as the eye can see. Azure Aegean waves crash against dramatic white limestone cliffs, ribbon like waterfalls drop into the sea. The place looks wild and beautiful.
It's a lovely waterfall. I bet none of you are brave enough to go down it with a barrel.
Why would you do that? There's just no reason. You at least take a canoe.
Well, I thought we were going to go over in that the less boat we were on. Oof.
Man, that filled the entire screen up. Cool.
So you're going to direct your pilot to taxi over to the dock and
Yes. I think we should definitely approach openly and have a nice conversation with them.
Now, these are Amazons, right?
That is what we've been told, yes.
Aye, so I hear you're good with the ladies. You get to do all the talking.
No problem.
and Mark,
I'll give him that good old wink and a smile.
and Mark, I hate to bug you since we've did we get a
Go
Cosm
away.
card yet?
oh, go get one.
Okay.
I've cocked that up a couple times already, so I'm going to let you guys do it. And
Just want to make sure
your fault, not mine.
because we got action.
All right, that should be fun. Oh shoot! I just looked at my cards. Oh no. I didn't look at them earlier. Where's that hunter at? Do I see
Hunter
any
and
jeeps
Yarn.
anywhere around?
That Hunter and Yarn are definitely having a nice conversation right now. That's what's
Oh,
going on.
yeah. Okay, so taxi up to the dock, and as you are getting out of the boat and whatnot, you see a woman in leather armor with bow and sword quiver over her shoulder, accompanied by 4 other Amazon women standing at the far end of the dock. And when they see you begin to come out of your seaplane, they start to come down the dock, just about 10 feet or so.
Lad, I must warn you. Do not speak to them like you do some of those fangirls that come by. Just saying, it might not go well that way.
All right, so
pretty rough.
as they come out, I will put my hands out, and I will intentionally not get on the dock. I will stay on the seaboat, and I will say to them, while I know that it is normally forbidden for outsiders to approach, we do have a proposal that we would like to speak with your leaders about, if that is at all possible. How best may we do that without going against your border policies?
I am Avgo, captain of the Queen's Guard. What brings you here to our realm?
We wish to speak with you about a danger to all of the realms of this area, and how best we may fight it together in unity rather than alone, because strength in numbers is better than fighting alone. And you know what? She's the captain of the Queen's Guard, so I'll make sure I give her the nice big smile.
You don't have the card that says nice big smile on it?
You mean the one that's on the tabletop?
Ah, there we go. Yeah, that one. That was hiding off to the edge because I was zoomed in too close. Let's see. So,
no, come on, kid. I got the Nemesis. You want to try that one? Just
All right.
leave it to Luke. The first thing he's going to do when he touches ground on an island full of women is play the romance.
No, that's the wrong one.
Well, you said not to talk to her like she was a fangirl.
I gotta figure out how to
You
flip
just jump
these.
right into the romance part.
Flip. There we go. There we go.
That's okay. Either she's going to kill you, or we're going to get this job done. Either way, it's no skin off my beard.
Oh, look, there's more.
There we go. I copying and pasting the wrong thing. There we go. All right, those are yours, Jim.
It's 3, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
I see what you're doing.
Herb romances. Go. As you climb out of the seaplane, dear Barrett, slung, muzzle down.
Hey, Mark. When these dropped into my pool, because they were flipped, they did the Nile thing once. So hold on. So here, take those.
Well, why are you not? They shouldn't do that.
Because they always flip up into me as the right ways. Don't flip them here. Copy this one that I'm putting down right now.
All right, fine.
Are you happy now, Jim?
There. No, he's right. He's right.
Oh, I'm just giving him shit.
I wonder if there's a way to draw those properly. Choose. Yes, there is. Okay. I learned a thing. So there we go. I have learned a thing. Okay, so she steps forward as you approach with your weapon, and she clearly is evaluating the weapon. And she looks at you, and that is a very large, I believe you call them firearms. Is it not? I have heard that the men of your world carry those because they are lacking in some way. Is this true?
While that is true of some, that is not true of all.
Craig just laughed
Not
at the
everyone-
background and said,
Not
"Play
everyone can
somewhere."
carry and handle a weapon this large.
By the way, Mark, the bow is actually wrapped in some sort of cloth, so it's not openly visible.
Okay, but are you carrying it? You have it stowed, or I mean,
I'm carrying it. I mean, but I have
it's like strapped to your back.
Yeah, but it's covered with a.
It's covered. Okay, no, noted. Well, let us. If you do come, as you say, to speak with Queen Aegea, we would be remiss in preventing you from carrying out your duties. But I must ask all of you to who are you?
Oh, well, that is simple. I am Luke Coolhand Earp. I am a hero of the Nile Empire, as I have been on many movies, and I am also I fight for the good of all. And then these are my companions and compatriots, and I will let them introduce themselves as they wish.
Who would like to be next?
Yes, that was the who would like to be next hand wave.
Oh, I am the lone rocket ranger, and then I'm going to blast off to the side, do a little twist, turn around, and kind of land back heroically.
The Amazons react in a combat stance, half swords, half out, as you, and then as you land and do your fists on hip kind of hero pose, which feels very natural to them, by the way, because they're from the Nile Empire. They relax, and then they kind of. I mean, if you'd like to impress them, you could give me an air vehicles roll.
Oh, hell yeah. What I roll?
It's sufficient that you see nods of approval, and okay. They look at the rest of you.
I
mean,
be Crag, firstborn son of the Stonebreaker clan, and priest of Dunad. It's a pleasure to meet you, ladies. And all I have on me is what's wrapped in the axe, and of course.
Yeah. What armor do you wear?
As you can tell, I don't require using any of those firearm thingies.
That you could tell they're looking at the axe. It's you tend it well. It's a trademark, right? So you take care of it, and it's serviceable and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a trademark axe and heirloom armor. So.
Меня зовут Ivan Gladyshev, defender of fatherland. As you can see, I am not lacking. As I pat my hammer.
Good one.
So let us. She waves you on. Stands aside and takes Earp's arm and walks down with the Amazons on either side. The rest of you kind of notice they look at that, the other Amazons kind of look at that a little askance, but it doesn't seem like it doesn't look like they're oh my gosh kind of thing, but they're like,
So if I know anything about Amazon culture, Earp's not going to be coming back with us. I mean, once she's done with him, she's going to kill him. It's obvious.
I mean, let's be fair. I mean, being left on an island of all Amazon women, it might not take their culture to make me not leave.
No, I mean, I'm sure the jail cell they'll keep you in until it actually needs your services. That might be the issue.
This craft you came in, what is it called?
They call it a plane. It's just a big metal bird.
A metal bird.
It is an airplane.
Well, we saw it come in the sky. This is magics that we do not partake of, though we are familiar with them. They come from time to time. This plane, where did you come from? She's talking as she's walking, escorting you towards the city over here.
Quite far away, a place called Egypt.
We have heard of this, yes.
Over a great ocean from here, which is why we had to come in a plane. We would not have been able to come by boat.
Yes, the seas are vast. We tend to be self-reliant and here the island gives us everything we need. We have no need for things of the outside world. You are a very you're a very unusual group. We have a gentleman who flies, which is interesting. A gentleman with a large axe, a large hammer, and a large firearm. We are sensing a theme here. Where did these things come? So you are not from this Egypt? You do not, and she's pointing to you, or you are not from this Egypt. You do not look like the other Egyptians we have seen before.
No. I am from a place called America. It is over another great ocean from Egypt, quite far away. Really, I am from this place called Los Angeles, near Hollywood.
She doesn't seem to.
It is in California, a state. And America is made up of many states, and I am from one of them.
A state of being, a political state. Ah, yes. Okay.
Yes, a
So you're
political
from
state.
Holy Woods with the Lost Angels.
Yes,
The names are
something.
important, but mostly to those who come from there. You are not from, and she's looking at Crag. You're not from this Los Angeles state.
Oh, heaven forbid, no. I'm I'm from the mountains in the Isle. At least that's what these folks call it.
Isle. What Isle? Which one? This is an Isle. You are not from here.
No, that's what they call the place I'm from. I'm actually from mountains further north of this location. And I have no idea of names of cities or nothing in the Isle area. So
That's okay. You give her some local flavor.
My clan is from the mountains north of, where is the Isle? That's up in Paris. No, it's above Paris, right? Where's it at on the map?
Above Paris?
Now I'm lost because I can't remember where the Isle.
That would be
is
the
at.
cyber papacy, not Isle.
Yeah,
London?
Pepsi is in
Yeah.
Paris. Isle is located. Isn't it
More
England.
like England.
Great.
Yeah.
London?
Yeah. Okay.
She says, well, we have mountains here. And she waves her hands, and sure, there are, as you see here,
They're lovely
lush
mountains, too.
green
Do you have any
mountains.
dwarves living in the mountains, last?
What is this? You are this dwarf you speak of?
I am a dwarf. We have dwarves, we have elves, we have. Of course, there's humans there too, and there's other creatures. I think these humans call them fantasy creatures.
You see her eyes peak a little bit. She says, oh my, we have heard of these Medusa and the Gorgon and Minotaurs and
dragons,
these
lass.
kinds of things. Dragons?
Aye.
You see her eyes peak up, and the other Amazons are focusing in on your conversation. She says, this is
A
quite
dragon
fantastic.
larger than that flying little bird back there, and they breathe fire. Well, some of them.
That would be an admirable opponent.
Haven't had the pleasure of fighting one yet. At least I thought I was going to early on with this crew, but it didn't happen.
She seems to be a little focused on Craig as he's talking about fighting dragons, and he seems to be drawing her in, and her arm is slipping a little off of your arm there, because she isn't. You could see it in her eyes. There's a glint in her eyes as he's talking about the pleasure of combat with
Lass,
these.
have you ever
great
seen a giant?
Oh, we have the Titans. Yes,
Have you ever
we have
fought
not
one?
seen one in many years though.
Can't remember the last time I saw one, but I took one down several years ago. That was quite a feat. Me and the clan.
Indeed. You
Of course,
fight
you aim for the
alone,
kneecaps,
or
they fall like a rock.
well, the bigger they are, isn't that how that goes?
Aye.
She is walking and will engage with you at length.
And I will tell her everything that the the player has no idea
Sure.
what she's saying.
Sure.
But yeah, I will regale her with the mining and the fighting and the cities.
Everybody go ahead and give me a mind roll. Boy, wouldn't it be good to have the smart character here?
Would it? Just a plain straight mind.
Ivan's got no idea. I have big hammer.
I am not.
I have big axe.
Yeah, Crag, you're engrossed in the conversation.
I mean,
What would a getting to a 10 help?
Yes.
How about I throw that out? A willpower.
You notice that in the conversation as you walk, Avgo seems to not be so much engrossed with individuals, though she does cling she never lets go of Earp's arm. She does drift a little every now and then, but it always seems to be when it's about topics of someplace not here.
Oh, somebody is getting a little cabin fever.
She's if you begin to probe her about life on the island or Queen Aegea or the Amazons or things like that, she answers your questions not in a disrespectful short way, but in as few words as necessary, so that she can get back to the topic of something that you're discussing that you know about that is from your homeland.
So she wants to be part of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Swords.
She just wants
Make of
something
that
new,
as you
something
will.
different
Okay,
than here.
okay.
She's probably seen every inch of this island herself. And is ready to go
Multiple
see something
times.
new and something different.
She's enjoying the stories of elsewhere.
A topic that she will engage with you at length seems to center around your battles, but mostly battles against the High Lords. She seems to be knowledgeable about what a High Lord is, but not much more than the fact that they're the bad guy, right?
Would we be able to tell whether or not she's a norm?
An orc.
If you would like to give me a reality,
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I got that.
oh shit! Now Mark's got to go find out if she is or not, because he doesn't remember.
And what is her name again?
AVGO, Avgo.
She's the sister of a Diana.
Yeah.
She is indeed possibility rated. At least that's what that says on that card. Let me check in the back of this book and see if I haven't screwed something up or forgotten to take something off. Hang on just a moment.
Which means she can actually leave the island and actually help assist in the fight against the...
Yes. Also that I shouldn't try to read her mind. Oh, wait.
It's okay, lad. We don't need to read your mind either. We can tell.
Don't need to, yes. Do I have
If you
stats
ask,
on her?
If you ask the lone rocket ranger there, he thinks you can already.
My telepathy is not emerged again.
Are you sure? Think real hard. Can
I'm
you
pretty
not figure out what
sure.
he's thinking about? Just think what Luke's thinking about.
I'm so my next feat is going to be something either telepathic, weird science, or mind control.
Yep, she is absolutely possibility rated.
Excellent.
You do in fact feel the tendrils of manipulating what is possible emanating from Avgo.
I'll actually invite her to come see the clan sometime. I'm sure she'll be fine.
She seems noticeably intrigued by the idea.
And then I'll tell her about a tavern you can have a nice pint at and hear all the stories.
And we are going to we're going to call that a scene, and we're going to do the card thing. So let's get everybody back up to 6.
All right. So I see no reason to keep this card, so I'll go ahead and swap it for something.
But it was just played so well.
No, he was saying the drive offensive.
Okay.
Offensively.
There's chariots, maybe.
You
get to a chariot.
Damn thing. Have you seen my decks? Unless it requires strength to control it, I ain't handling it. I am not a Dexy person.
I am going to...
Give me connection.
Does anyone want the not a flesh wound, which is the strength check to regain a wound?
I'd probably recycle. Nice. Yeah, I've got the close call, which is the automatic soak.
6. Okay.
But because I would recycle this one because it's not going to do me any good. So unless somebody else wants it,
I will.
Now, by now, has Ivan been able to be healed of his wound? Because I didn't even think about asking that.
No.
Oh well, if you're going to put that down for it, I will take the leadership.
Can I have rolled a heal on the planes? I didn't realize.
If you'd like to make that roll, sure.
It's still 1 wound.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. I would have kept working on him whenever I had the chance. I didn't
that's
think about
a
it
moot point. You got him.
Player.
All right. So is that all of that going away?
Yep.
Yeah, because I played the romance. So.
Scene change.
Olympus. Olympus is a stunning sight. Tucked behind a thick wall, the city is a paradise of marble buildings, fountains, and reflective pools. Vine draped columns and streets. Amazons stroll the streets in white linen gowns and a full battle dress. On a rise, on a rise overlooking the city is a palace fit for a queen, surrounded by tranquil gardens. Avgo and her squad lead the heroes through a heavily guarded barbican and into the city proper, down a wide avenue and up a long flight of steps to the palace. Along the way, they are stared at by Amazons in the streets. A few brave Amazons attempt to touch the heroes, but are repelled by Avgo's soldiers. The party is led into the temple-like palace and to the throne room where Queen Aegea Cosmos awaits.
All right,
You know,
you're up.
What's funny is I thought about holding the romance for the queen, but I was like, that just seems too much.
So, as you walk into the throne room, it is populated with Amazons of various dress. They all seem to wear armor of some greater or lesser degree. They all are armed, and they all have some of them wear robes over their armor, some wear under, some don't have any at all, and it's just armor. But it's one thing is continuous. They are all warriors of to a greater or lesser degree. And the quality of the adornments and tooling on their armor, as far as engraving or tool work or studs or jewelry, begins to go up the closer you get to the throne. As you approach the throne, you notice that the Amazons that stand around the throne are all business. They don't have anything on their that would interfere with them drawing a sword or a spear thrust, shields over their backs, bracers on their wrists. They have not so much gloves, but a leather piece over the two middle fingers, so that as they grabbed their spear or they drew their sword, they would have something to protect their palm. But they're all cut, and every one of as you approach the throne, and the queen, who sits very easily on the throne having conversation with one of her advisors, they all seem to kind of become even a little bit more alert and focus in on you. Aegea, where do I have Aegea? Yes, I do. There's Aegea. Aegea sits on her throne. She does not, unlike other queens that you have encountered, or royalty, or people of high station, she does not have anything on her at all that seems to be extraneous. She doesn't have a crown. She doesn't have some ceremonial scepter. She doesn't have a bunch of rings of gold or gems or anything on her hands. Everything about this woman speaks of utilitarian function. But you can tell from the way that people look at her, address her, move around her, that she is very highly respected. She sees you, she sits back and eyes you, and she says, greetings. What brings you to the realm of Olympus this day?
My lady, and I will give her a proper bow, as would befit a queen. I have come bearing a gift for you, so that we may perhaps broker an accord between our peoples, as there is a great threat upon this land, for which we alone could not face off. But if we were to have the assistance of such a mighty people such as yourselves, we would be able to defeat this evil before it were to awash the land in its terribleness. And I will gesture to Crag to reveal the bow.
Well, as he gestures towards Crag, Crag will put his arms to the side, step forward, kneel down, and look, and one-handed grab the cloth, bring it around in front of me, and hold it up.
You bring gifts. This is appropriate. She looks to her right and she nods, and one of the Amazon guards walks over, takes the bow from you, unwraps it, and as the cloth falls away, you can hear the people in the crowd noticeably. They don't. It isn't a gasp, but you can hear their reaction that they are visibly impressed by the. They recognize the bow for what it is, an eternity shard. The red and blue tooling on the wood is very obvious. The guard
pulling out the other items I have be any benefit here?
You've started Christmas with the big present, and now you're going to go grab the stuff that was in the stocking. That's the little trinkets that the kids are supposed to. You be the judge.
I am mentally going, thinking.
Yes, you are mentally going.
But he can't hear me.
No, he can't, because you don't actually have any mental
I go to reach and I look back and I see.
Don't do it, Craig! Don't do
I
it!
see the Lone Rocket Ranger like, I think he's got to take a dump. Maybe
migraine again.
So yeah, I'll hold off.
The guard, you can tell the guard's stoic facade of her face is noticeably. She's impressed. She's visibly recognized that she's holding an eternity shard, something that she probably would never have even seen, let alone held in her own hands. And after a moment, you hear this come from behind her over toward the throne. And when you hear that, or when the whole throne room hears that, and when she hears that, she kind of blinks a little bit as though she's snapped out of this reverie, and she turns and she comes up the throne and she kneels and holds it out. And Agia picks the bow up and she says, well, this is a regal gift. This is quite fitting. How did you come by such an impressive weapon?
And I will begin to tell her in detail of
as you open your mouth, she says, "No."
Oh, fair.
Our diminutive friend here is the one who has presented us with this gift. It is his story to tell.
Great, the one who's got the worst charisma of the whole group, I'm certain.
Mark, sorry,
Mark.
Yes.
I was going to say, while Craig is going through his story, I would like to look around the room and see if there's anyone either disgusted or not impressed at all, or like, ugh, oh my God.
We'll give you a find roll.
By the gift. Okay.
Sure.
Now, sorry, Craig, continue.
Yeah, well, me and the lads behind me made our way to a lost city and came across, and I can't remember her name, Ralph, who had been animated by dark magic. We laid her to rest once more and brought her bow home, I believe is what the phrase was for it. Does it not belong here?
Well, this will certainly be this will certainly find a place of honor in our armory. I do not know that it came from Olympus, but it can certainly reside here.
We discussed whether or not the one who was willing to vote was an Amazon to begin with.
No, she was from Africa.
No,
Yeah,
it
she
was
was
to
a
defend
separate
her
queen.
from
Clear
the
them.
Egyptians invading.
So yes,
Yeah,
there's
but-
no better place for this to be along the warriors of this clan.
Why don't you go ahead and give me a persuasion roll, Crag?
Right, because I'm so good with those.
Hey,
Dude, look at you.
look at the persuasion on Brad.
Yeah, check out the big brain on Brad. Hang on just a second, guys.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that fine roll of mine was horrible.
Yeah, it was.
I'm lucky I didn't have like a cyber eye and go. Just connect her.
Oh,
Again, you're still looking for Lady Hourglass. She's
Yeah,
still
apparently
not here.
that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's like I know she's around here somewhere.
You're like, this is an island full of women. Lady Hourglass must be here.
Exactly.
lad, you need to forget about her. She's not good for you.
I was gonna say too is I don't have anything to give you as far as
I have an
Upping-
action.
upping that roll in case we need it.
Yeah, if you want, I have an action, and then I can play a supporter.
Yeah, because that would get to 17.
All right, so no, the 11 is sufficient. We were just
Okay.
trying to
No, I
see
think
whether or
trying is
not you.
fine.
I'm just trying to see if you
Almost.
cocked it up or not, and you actually acquitted yourself quite well, Master Dwarf.
I need
So
to
what are we
rest.
looking at for the what were we
Oh,
discussing?
the fine was a horrible. I rolled a 2,
Yes.
and apparently I am looking for Lady Hourglass.
You are quite taken with the entire venue. So Gia clearly spends a few more minutes discussing the bow with you. Not much longer. And you can tell that you kind of, I don't want to say won her over so much, but it appears that there is some more business that needs to be attended to by the queen, and she has graced you with a few more moments of her time because in honor of your arrival and the bow, and you have represented yourself well. But after those few minutes are
even
over, she
surprised
says,
about that.
I would like to hear more about all of your, and she spreads her arms to encompass all of your efforts to bring this rather regal gift here. I wonder if you would attend a dinner this evening, in honor of our guests who have come to visit us today. If you will, Avgo, please escort them to the Domus, where they may refresh themselves and prepare for this evening's repast. Go with Avgo. She will show you to your quarters and take care of any needs you might have. Thank you.
Yes, my queen.
We are most honored by your gracious offer.
Avgo comes quickly in, does not take. She briefly puts her hand on your arm, Luke, and turns you to walk out.
Yep.
Leaves it there, lingers on your arm for a moment after you begin moving. As some more Amazon guards, some of the Queen's guards fall in along with you for a total of 4 in addition to Avgo. She walks you down the halls out of the court and into the halls, and she says, well, I think that went very well. And she looks at Crag and says, you did quite well, Master Dwarf.
Thank you. I was pretty certain I was going to trip over my beard there.
You did too. You did too, Luke. It was very well done. Very diplomatic.
Thank you, Ago. I appreciate that.
I must ask you though. We're going to the Domus. This is a square for visiting dignitaries. You are not alone. There are others. You are not allowed to leave your Domus without me personally escorting you. I want to be clear about that. I am the only one who is allowed to escort you in Olympus. No one is allowed to enter your domus, and you are not allowed to enter anyone else's domus. I must be on this. I must insist.
I've got a bad feeling about this, lads.
Oh, there's other dignitaries here. How
Yes,
fascinating!
indeed.
Where-
You'll meet them at dinner.
She did
Oh.
mention seeing other Egyptians before.
Indeed, they are from the land of Egypt. Several mentioned a city, Cairo, I think.
Wait, this
It
Is-
seems
is-
you might meet Lady Hourglass.
damn it.
Was there a lass in a red dress?
I would like to spend some experience right now.
Why?
Not my willpower.
Indeed, yes, there was a rather attractive lady in a red dress,
I just kind of look at Rocket Rage.
Kind of like.
and a
Oh,
gentleman
boy.
in a red suit.
Was there a gentleman who had like a snake cobra hood helmet?
We'll just say tonight's festivities are going to be very interesting.
Oh yes, it will.
No, just the red hand. Rocket, why don't you go
Oh,
ahead
the red
and
hand, huh?
give me an evidence analysis? You may add +4 to that.
Nope, he heard red
Oh.
dress, and that was it.
So I still have a.
It's like, what? What'd you say after red dress? I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Wow. What can I do? What can I do here? Damn it.
It's terrible when the dice make the role play easy for you.
Ah.
Yeah. So tell me more about that chick in the red dress.
Oh. I gotta add +4.
I do have one question for you, lass.
You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. Go
What
ahead,
are the
Greg.
consequences for someone entering one of these domos without permission?
Why, that would depend on what happened once you entered, but you would most certainly be expelled from the island on the spot.
Now, if somebody was
That would be the least.
Aye. So if someone's enter one of ours and we're hostile, are we allowed to defend ourselves? Just curious. in
Oh,
case
of
it
course. We don't ask. We're not going to confiscate your weapons. We haven't taken anyone's weapons.
No, I'm just asking for what kind of retribution if that ended up being the case. Just curious is all.
That would be up to Queen Aegea. You would have to make your case to her. She is the arbiter of all law on Olympus. In Olympus or on Hespera.
I will remain quiet for the remainder of the journey.
I'm gonna spend the shiny Aurortian possibility.
Oh no.
Now we're not in Aurora anymore, but you could take it back. You want to take it back? You want to keep it?
I'm going to try to take it back. Well, let me read this roll first.
So you get to take it back. You absolutely get to
Yes.
take it back.
Yes, I do.
There's no try in taking it back.
That's right. You get to take it back.
Do or do not. There is no try.
So there's my roll with the +4 this time for the evidence analysis.
Oh yeah, you've heard of the red hand. In fact, crimson zoot suit, red fedora. This guy, he
Is gaudy.
he is the red hand, and he is all of that. Let's see. You have a good success.
Yes.
He never travels without his shock trooper minions. And his punches are brutal. He's known for that. And you're not sure exactly why, but you know that the word on the street is don't let him get a hold of you. he drains the very powers from you if he gets his hands on you.
Okay. Now, would you like that willpower roll?
Yes. Go ahead and take that. Pick up your possibility. Go ahead and take it, because you do get it back regardless.
I'll take it back.
Now go ahead and give me that corruption roll.
Nice.
Wow.
Blow that out of the water. Look at that.
Yes.
See,
Nice.
wasn't that easy?
Incorruptible at this moment.
That's right. You are absolutely incorruptible at this moment.
Exactly. Ha
Okay.
Now, if I dump a hero card and a possibility and a. Go ahead.
So I will tell you that tonight dinner, and she looks at you. You're mostly in traveling clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I would get my finery out if I were you, and if you don't have any finery and didn't come prepared for a diplomatic mission, I would clean up what I did have as best as possible. When you, we will get, and she's kind of going over, you get the idea. She's giving you some pointers, and she's kind of looking around as she's talking with you. She's talking very quickly. You can tell that there's the hallway kind of opens into a courtyard up ahead, but she's slowed her pace a little bit. So we'll gather for beverages until the queen arrives, and when she does, everything stops. She will enter, and until she tells us to continue, we are silent and don't move. Okay. If you're seated when she enters, you rise, and you do not seat until and you respectfully bow in her direction. If when she tells you to continue, then you may resume you may continue moving, but you may not sit until she does. If she sits, you sit. If she stands, you stand. And answer any questions that are posed to you honestly. But if someone else is being addressed, then you must keep silent.
Thank you.
I cannot speak further. I must go. If you need anything, there will be some. We will have some Amazons stationed outside your domus. So by all means, let them know, and they will come find me, or they will get whatever it is that you require. You will be sent for when it is time for the dinner.
Understood. If you had finery clothes, then those would be most appreciated. Most of mine are travel worn, but I will wash what I have, of course.
If you would like robes, we could provide robes for all of you, but it would be considered
No, that would be
a faux pas to wear them over your regular clothes, as you are not Amazons. You are dignitaries from another land. So I would wear what is customary for your land.
Lass, do you have anything that you polish metal with?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Pretty much all I need.
I think Craig and I are going to be polishing our metal.
Yeah, that's what you're going to be doing.
Hourglass.
Polishing the metal.
You polish your metal, I'll polish.
Is that what the kids call it these days?
Yes, and I was like, well, this is my uniform, my official uniform. I don't leave without it, so this is
your helmet your mask, or do you have a mask?
I have
or are you known?
I have a separate mask from the helmet.
Okay.
And I am not known.
Okay. Not famous yet. Check.
No.
No, that'd be me.
And Erp, I think,
and Erp,
right?
yeah.
And
Erp
Erp.
is famous.
The picture was taken when I did the jump on the train. That's the only
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, that was scene specific. So you haven't. That's kind of like some momentary notoriety. Your 15 minutes of fame. Erp's actually famous.
And even a 41er.
You are, yes. Oh, did you take that?
I did.
Okay. Okay. Ivan's just Ivan, right?
Yes.
Good. Nah.
But he is our Ivan.
He is our Ivan. There are many Ivans. This one is ours.
Exactly.
All right. So you have a number of hours before the dinner party. What would you like to do?
Well, Craig's going to spend the time polishing every bit of his armor to make it shine somewhat, as well as the axe. He's going to take that desert robes he got and make it almost like a cloak that drapes over his right shoulder. Almost like a toga on top of a suit of armor.
Okay. This is something that you normally carry, or is it?
I mean,
Dwarven thing?
I've had the robes and the dress robes and the desert robes for a while. The
Okay.
dress
No, that's fine.
robes
Yeah.
kind of got damaged, so I'm just going to use the desert robes to make kind of like a cloak or something.
How did the dress robes get damaged?
We were in a fight while I was wearing them in a bar. Remember?
Yes.
Take out
He's
my
Oh
talking about-
yeah.
Multiple fights in multiple bars.
Right.
Well, he is a dwarf, right?
I mean, what day is this? It does end in a Y, so it's end of the day, Sean. There might be another one.
So while we still have 20 minutes today, the next scene is going to take some time, which rather than jump into that and quit in the middle of it, I would much rather us move into the dinner party and do that soup to nuts.
Yeah, and we need our smart guy back.
Yeah.
And need your smart guy back.
It might be
Yes.
helpful, yeah.
Yes. That's the other thing, is that it would be good to have Yaron back for the dinner party.
I mean, you got the dwarf playing front man there, and it's not a good idea.
Hey, you did fine. Come on.
Worked out well.
Yeah, you get the queen on your side, man. It's all good. You'll be fine.
Famous last words.
Get that transfer card. Have the Lone Rocket Ranger send you the Erosion possibility, and just keep testing for corruption. Use that thing. You'll be okay.
Yeah, give me some darkness perks.
Well, what's your charisma? Oh, so we're not going to give you any darkness perks. We're going to give you 3 letters: N, P, C. And you will become my puppy. You're my puppy now.
All right.
So yeah, I'm gonna call this evening so that we can let Yarn get back in here for the dinner party, and we'll bring him up to speed next week. So spend the time cleaning your armor, press your suit, sharpen your sword, rub your metal.
Get a good shave.
Exactly.
Get a good shave. You have a state dinner to go to with the
What kind
queen.
of blasphemy is that, lad? Shade.
Are you bearded yet?
Not yet. I mean, I still have a beard, but it's not all nice and neat.
Well, have you played? Has Craig's played a glory card a couple times, so you could take bearded if you wanted to.
I could. I didn't see that it gave me anything but an extra wound that I could take.
It gives you an extra. I took it on my dwarf just because it was the RP thing. It was in his backstory that he's trying to get bearded, and it does give you an extra wound. And I took it because
Yeah. And
I
it
like the
seemed like
RP
a better idea to take the trademark weapon with us many times we've been using it.
No. That's that. It makes perfect sense for who Crag is to take a trademark weapon more so than necessarily than bearded.
Bearded will come later, and then he'll get berserk or whatever else and do that fun stuff of, hey, hit me. But then again, he's got so much toughness, and I don't know if I could ever get a wound.
It ends up becoming, well, it just makes you a bigger tank, but it ends up becoming I got to spend so much XP to just get another wound. I wanted to take it early because it didn't feel like I was throwing away so much XP on just another wound.
Yeah,
Then again,
I was working more on the miracles to begin with, so
yeah.
that's on me.
Yep.
All right, so we're calling it an evening, so we'll see you again Friday for some more Rime of the Frost Maidens, Sunday for some Waterdeep, and we'll be back here Wednesday to see how badly we screw this up, or whether Yarn will actually help us make a difference.
Or come watch the Lone Rocket Ranger get mind controlled once again and have to fight the party.
And
One
perhaps
can
For some
have-
odd reason, I see you getting mind controlled and attacking everybody during the dinner to make all of us look like asses. Just
You
One
see
can
parts of
only
the-
hope.
Just saying, it's out there.
He is sidekick to Destitution League.
I think while you're polishing your mental in there over the hourglass, you might want to boost your willpower there, lad.
Oh, in this case, it's just a minute glass. It's not an hourglass, I promise.
That's why he needs to boost his willpower.
Well, yeah.
I did. I got 2 points now.
Maybe you'll be fine. All right, so thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next time. Remember, we're in this adventure called Life Together, so keep that golden rule in mind. I don't mean the one Rod likes to bring up. I mean the one where treat those around you the way you like to be treated yourself. And with that, have a good week.